All right, everybody, we are live. Yay! All right, everybody, welcome to Riverbreak. All right, this is the culmination of our what we're calling our first season. Our episode 5 is the end of our first season. The players will be continuing with the same characters in season 2, so there's not going to be a switch over for characters. For those of you who are regular watchers, you may notice we have an extra person in the dark blue at the bottom, and we're missing a person. Ember Moon will be here shortly. She unfortunately got held up at a meeting, so she'll be here soon. Let's run through our players quickly. We'll go on my screen, which is also the stream screen, and we'll start at the top left corner with Luca.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm going to be playing Luca, the half-elf monk, Way of the Drunken Master. And you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Brianna Flame.
All right. Next up is our resident light blue person, which is Calamar, Inked Mage. Dan, go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Inked Mage on Instagram. I play a split personality character, Calamar, human warrior, and Sharp, the rogue. Really depends. And I do realize that last week when Korbog said, well, what the hell happened to your accent? I did have an accent for Sharp the first time. And then, apparently, that hit on the head, flipped. So he's back, baby, and better than ever. Glad to be here.
All right. And next one over, we'll go with Thad from Vorpal Board himself.
How's it going, everybody? Thad Casey from Vorpal Board, Vorpal Thad on Instagram. As you see, we are playing on Vorpal Board today. So everything you're watching, we are doing with our Kickstarter edition of the equipment. Chris Hull, who introduced himself too, he runs the same gear on Fabled 42. This is the beta software. It's going to deliver in September. We killed our Kickstarter, hit 400%. Still are accepting pre-orders for that. You can find us off of vorpalboard.com. You can pre-order for $75. You're in. So check us out there today. And as always on Riverbreak, I'm playing Bryn Vrog, a drow rogue fighter combo who likes to play in the light and apparently has in a world that has 18 hours of sunlight. Thank you very much, DM. And I always get screwed, and I'm always the guy doing the goofiest stuff. I'm riding lions.
Rides lions. That's it, man.
Riding lions, whatever.
Hey, that was awesome.
Here we go
again. and apparently crying about the sun is going to be a regular occurrence on this
I know.
show.
Thank you. I hear we're going outdoors today. This is awesome.
All right. And next up is Korbog, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Sims, and I'm Chris S. Sims on Twitter. I play Korbog the Ghost Hammer, a paladin of vengeance. And I'm also drunken, but not a master.
and apparently the second member of our Beanie Club.
There you go.
I got an ampersand, man.
And then last but not least is Kaylor. Kaylor, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Chris Solo. I at Fable42 on all social media. I run another D&D channel, and as Thad said, that we use Vorpal. We are Vorpal powered. We stream several times a week, and very excited to be here. I'm playing a Gray Elf Ranger.
Ooh. Okay, so all right. So when we last left our heroes, for those who are familiar, the heroes had just come out of the sewers, and they came up inside the harbor of the Residia Riverbreak. If you look back there, kind of trying to point. It's hard to point like that. Yeah, back there, like about right there. Actually, right about there. If you look at my map behind me. So you guys came up in the harbor, and that's where we ended. So now that we're starting there, so with the exception of Kaylor, who's not here yet, and Ember, who is currently absent, but her character is still there. So you guys are up in the harbor. There's a bit of a bustle going on. It is evening still. You guys remember you went in the sewers and stuff in the evening. And the bustle is not as bad as it was when you first came through the hollow. It's much less. The people seem to be, getting ready to head off for their nightly activities. And you do see that Duragar in the distance headed into the hollow.
All right. So at this point, just to clarify,
you're Sharp.
I'm Sharp. Okay, right. 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 We can't have these foul denizens of the Underdark, and then I kind of cast a look over at Bryn, and I go, not you, running amok. We got to do something about this. We do. It's all 6s and 7s, isn't it? And I'm waiting to see like who's gonna like follow me. It's like, you know, like when John Belushi in Animal House, he was like, "Char!" and he ran out and nobody followed him. It's like I kind of like take a few steps forward and I look back and nobody's moved. So I'm like, all right.
The only thing that's moved on Korbog is one eyebrow, one judging eyebrow.
Yeah, I mean, well, we could hit the pub. We could then instead, if that's more pleasing to you.
Do we know about this Duergar?
Well, there were the Duergar that
right.
were down in the right, yeah.
Down in the, so you remember, so when you guys got to the cave where Thad decided to ride a tiger on a slippery platform,
Lion.
Lion decided to ride on the back of a lion and get
Next
himself.
time we tell it, it'll be a Manicore.
Right, Manicore next time. You notice when you first walked into that room, on the other side of that platform was a Duergar headed into that last room that you guys went into, which had the water in the bottom, like a pool in the middle, and you guys went out the pool.
Right.
And when we ended, if I remember right, Ember had, Unnamen had grabbed Luca and jumped into the pool, correct?
You guys had actually all swam out. You guys all
followed her out.
Right, okay. And you guys all popped up in the water, right in the harbor, and that's where we ended.
Yeah. And we see this dwarf.
He's off in the distance at this point. He's kind of moving his way in towards the hollow.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
we chased him all the way through the sewers. I say we keep after this guy, right?
I agree.
All right.
Did we chase him? I thought the guy we were chasing was dead.
Well, yeah, I think that one did, but we saw him as we came up to the location where we gained and lost to that lion. We saw him running away in the distance from us, it seemed. At least that was my impression.
I mean, I'm in. I just, somebody's got to protect you lot.
We make good choices.
Sure. Oh, sure you do.
Oh, yeah, we make great
choices.
So I think that Sharp said he was going to go first, right?
Right. Nice, sure. Keep up if you can. And since I can, move, dash, and then bonus action dash, I'll dash ahead, at a quick pace, trying to, shimmy along wall, areas, duck down, tuck and roll, come up behind something, peek out, and and if it looks clear, I'll look back, I'll wave them on, and then I'll keep going. I'm more interested in how cool I look rather than actually being stealthy and unobserved.
Okay, so give me an acrobatics check.
All right, the big die. All right, that's a 13 on the die plus 6 now, so that's 19.
Okay, so you guys see, what's the movie I'm trying to think of where they're like tumbling and rolling and trying to, starting to look all cool as they're trying to infiltrate places. See him kind of like going down the docks and he's tumbling behind something and he's like looking and then he's tumbling over to another one and he's looking and trying to look all cool and flashy.
Yeah. I'm like Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
Or like I disappear like behind like something really thin and then my head comes out.
And so you guys see him moving along. Are the rest of you going to follow this crazy Sharp
I'm
person?
just going to casually walk like it's a normal day.
Okay.
Following behind him.
Yeah.
So luckily, he does manage to stay ahead of you because he can move and dash. So he is managing to stay ahead of you, or you guys would have probably quickly caught up to him. You guys make it towards the end of the dock area and then start heading into the hollow itself down the street. Everybody give me a perception check.
Wait for it.
1.
Oh, great. That's in character.
13.
Yeah. I probably caught a glimpse of myself in a reflection, like of something, and I'm stopping, and I'm like, "Oh, all right, I am cool.
I got a 22 though.
Okay, so Korbog, you managed to see still off in the distance a bit. You see that same Duragar. He goes down like this, down the road, and give me an insight check.
Insight. Right.
That's good.
That's good, but it's let's see, 19.
Okay, so you think maybe he noticed you guys following him, and he kind of takes a quick step behind a building to get out of line of sight of you.
Say this way, and I just stride after him.
Okay, so Korbog starts running through the streets. What are you guys doing?
I don't run, but I do step quickly.
Okay.
Well, I've
Following
lost,
after him.
Yeah.
I've lost sight of him, so I'll like turn around and I'll be like, and then if I see Korbog barreling down running, I'll wait and then follow his lead.
Okay. So you managed to go.
I'll take out my shield and my war pick.
Okay. So you managed to head your way down through the roadway a little ways, and you come to where that building was that he kind of cut behind, and you flip around the corner and you do not see him.
Look down.
There's ground.
All right.
Do we see any doorways he could have ducked into, or a sewer grate, or anything he could have gotten out?
You do not see a doorway or a sewer way here.
I'll do this. I'll start walking around.
This was the guy that was
reaching
all clanky and full plate, making all kind of noise, right?
I
No,
put my
he was-
hand.
Oh, good.
I put my hand on Sharp to
Yeah.
stop him. I put my war pick away. I take out a bag of 1,000 ball bearings and I throw them on the ground.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Down
so
the-
so you start hearing clanking and like noises as all these ball bearings start spreading out down this cobblestone street kind of thing. So there's ball bearings in front of you. There's a whole bunch of them.
Does it reveal anything standing there?
It does not.
Like something invisible?
It does not.
Wah, 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 wah.
All right.
Good try,
Nice,
though.
nice try though. It was good. That was
I like that.
There's no doors. Like
no
Look up,
doors are
though.
looking up. You don't see anything up either.
Hey, can you guys help me pick these up?
I was waiting for that.
Don't worry, Korbog. I have plenty more too.
The next 6 hours are 996, 997. Crap, we're missing 3. Keep searching.
We aren't those crazy type of vampires. We don't need to pick them all up.
Yeah. Nice.
Should I try fairy fire?
Sure. That would have been better to begin with. Maybe we should have led with that.
Yeah. That's,
Only a 20-foot cube, though, so we'd have to nail where he is. And here we are talking about it, and I'm sure he can hear me if he did disappear.
You should put it specifically right there, pointing at the ground.
I'm going to walk into the alleyway, kicking the ball bearings out of the way.
Okay, so you're kicking ball bearings out of the way. It's not much of an alley. It's not really an alleyway. It's just where kind of like the road turned around the building. So you kind of go around the building and look down there. You're not far from the market area. Like off to your left a little ways is that market that you guys went to a couple episodes ago. So you're pretty close to that. The building on your right is like a general store kind of thing, but you don't see any Duragar around you.
Do we see anyone at all?
You do see, not right in the immediate area, like not within like 20-30 feet of you, but off over to like in front of you and stuff. There are some people kind of walking down the road. There's a couple guys that are going down now, and they're lighting the lights. So that the lights are all lit up down the streets.
Is there anyone by themselves walking away from us?
Sure.
I'll just go on a full-on sprint, run up and grab the first person's arm that's walking solo away from us.
Okay, give me
Don't be alarmed,
give me
I'm
an
sure-
acrobatics check.
Don't be alarmed. It's just a drow.
Just a drow in the dark. Shouldn't be scared at all.
Yeah, 16.
All right, so you go bolting down through. You manage to step on a few of those ball bearings, but you manage to catch yourself, and you realize after like the first little bit of a slip that maybe you better be a little more careful and start shuffling your feet, pushing the ball bearings out of the way. And you go up and you catch up to this person. Go ahead. What are you going to say upon first approach?
I'll spin him around and just say, "Hey, were you just in the sewer?"
So this little old guy like turns towards you. He's probably
5'8".
Yeah, 5'8".
I
Tiny,
think I
very
would have
tiny
been smart
person.
enough to look for somebody in the same general like size range.
He's probably about 75 years old. He turns toward you. Ah, what do you want? Sewers? Who goes down into sewers? Nobody goes into sewers.
Do I feel like this person is lying to me?
Give me a insight check.
Just the sort of thing.
Oh boy, that's great. A 9.
A 9. Telling you the absolute truth. Nobody ever goes into sewers for anything.
You're starting to doubt whether you went into the sewers.
Yeah.
I'm starting to smell myself.
Why are you bothering me? Why are you bothering me? I've been working all day. I gotta go get some food.
All right, old man. I'll leave you alone.
He starts walking down the street.
All right.
I just turned back to the party, throw my hands up.
I got nothing.
And you kind of look towards where he's walking, and you now realize that you're near the part of the hollow. Like the crossed blades is right down the road. Like you're maybe, a few hundred feet from the crossed blades, which is where you started this little adventure that you're.
Well, friends, if we're going to find this grey dwarf, we got to think like a grey dwarf would. We've got to become grey dwarves, and I'll sink down to my knees, and I'll take on my knees, and I'll be like, I'm stroking an imaginary beard, and I'll be like, what would I do if I were a grey dwarf, and I was on the run from a dangerous, intrepid band of adventurers? And I'm like. Like the connections are failing me, and I'm kind of waiting, like as if like I'm leading you guys with some inspiration. I'm like Howard Hughes. I've got the good idea, but you guys actually fulfill it. So I'm waiting, and I'm looking expectantly first at Luca, and then nothing.
So that tavern's where we also picked that person up originally, right?
It is.
Ah,
You did follow the cloaked figure from the crossed blades into the sewers.
Yeah.
oh,
Korbog, let's go have a beverage.
yeah,
There's a theme
Sounds
right
great.
now.
yeah.
That's an excellent solution.
Okay, so you guys head your way down the road towards the crossed blades.
Should we all go in at once?
That's a good question.
I don't even stop and answer that question. I just go to the
Right. I'll go in the back way then. When we get there, I'll slip around the back.
Okay. All right, so you guys get there. All of you walk in the front door except for Calamar, who will arrive a couple minutes later when he goes around back. As you walk in the front door, you actually notice that the contest is still going on, the one that you left from. And the small woman who was in charge is currently calling up. Oh, and our last contestant in the story contest. Can everybody please welcome Kaylor? And this grayish elf walks up and gets up on stage. And Kaylor.
I look down at all these faces, these creatures of the light, who speak of trials and tribulations, dangers and oddities. You know not of the darkness. I was merely a boy when the darkness came and consumed my family. Fighting our way out from creatures I do not even know what their names be. Hands and death follow their bodies as they slide through the hallways, chasing us. That is where you get your test. That is where you become a man. Your choice at that moment is if you live or die. With my brother, I was able to fend off these creatures, fleeing to the light, only to find the heel of the creatures that walked in the daylight.
Hold for 1 second. The three of you that came in the front door, make a perception check, please. And Calamar, you can make it too, because you're getting there right towards the end of this part of the story.
9.
10.
18.
Okay, so Korbach and
Also 18.
Calamar. Yep, Korbach and Calamar. You happen to see that there's a couple of women with like a couple small children that are here in the tavern. They were like having dinner and listening to the stories, and a couple of them like grabbed their kids and pulled them in close and are like shielding their ears from this disturbingly dark story that's currently happening on stage. Kalar, go ahead, finish up.
So as my brother and I survived the monstrosities of the darkness that consumed our home, we were met with another darkness of the people who greeted us as we stepped out into this world. Shortly, years later, they have taken my brother's life. So I ask you, what is the greater evil? The creatures in the darkness or the creatures in the light? And I walk off the stage.
Okay, so the host comes back up like,
I say, that's
Very
easy. The ones in the
good.
darkness.
Very good, Kaylor. Everybody give a nice round of applause for Kaylor. Yeah, okay.
That guy needs a drink.
And as Kaylor comes off stage, the three of you or the four of you will notice that Kaylor walks over to a table and sits down with Mr. Caldwell that you had seen previously. The two of them are at a table on like the other side. The host of the event's like, okay, good job, everybody. We're going to get together and discuss who's going to be the winner. We'll do that in like a half an hour, so feel free to eat and drink, and don't forget to tip your waitresses. And they'll walk off stage.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Okay.
So I'm going to find a dark, shadowy corner, hoping that Kaylor doesn't see me.
Okay.
Do I recognize him?
No, you do not.
Do I see him do that?
He is you can give me a perception check, Kaylor. Bryn, he's not a drow. He is very, and he's also not so if you think gray elf, you've seen gray elves before. He's
Okay.
not really a gray, so to speak. He's kind of dusky, kind of ashy looking. I mean grayish, but ashy looking. So you know he's not really a gray elf, as in the race gray elf, but he's like an
Okay.
ashy gray kind of elf.
So no way he's part of my community.
You don't think so?
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay. Yeah. So Thad, give me a stealth check.
Yeah, good luck with your 14.
Yeah.
Woo!
So
Hey, yeah,
Woohoo.
I disappeared.
Woot. Oh well, hey, you rolled a 20. We should probably give away a book then, shouldn't we?
Hold on.
Yay.
Kind of
What do we
early,
have
but
for the live viewer count? Let's try it there.
but we may not get another 20. How are we?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna
Give it a
wait for
chance on the
combat.
50.
All right. So yeah, so Kaylor, you sit down with Mr. Caldwell, who I didn't brief you on this at a time. I kind of forgot to tell you. Mr. Caldwell is kind of like a prim and proper like middle management kind of government person. You know, think of like someone like maybe the head of the DMV, as I kind of explained him before. Just kind of like this real prim and proper gentleman. He's youngish. He's in his early 20s probably. He's probably incessantly talking to you about his pending nuptials and how excited he is to be getting married. He kind of rattles on about that quite a bit.
So yeah, I sit there and I'm listening to him. The kind of bitter darkness that was kind of on stage is subsided. I'm a little bit more regal now and social. I just went to a dark place. Is all.
What are the rest of you doing? So Bryn has kind of worked his way off to a corner for a table. Kaylor and Mr. Caldwell.
I
is
got
over
2
there.
pitchers of beer,
Okay.
and I walk over to the table and I put one down in front of Kaylor.
Okay. So this large. So
I start to drink out of the other one.
Okay. Why don't you describe yourself to Chris, because he doesn't know who Korbog is.
I'm a very tall, bearded man with greenish skin, and my hair shaved on the side and then pulled back. And I'm wearing pretty shiny chainmail, I think.
Yes.
Although I'm covered with some leavings of undead, right? Although I haven't done anything about that.
Well, you did come up in the harbor, so you did go in water. So maybe
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So maybe
I'm
some of it's
maybe I'm just damp.
Everybody's kind of wet. Here, we'll really bother about 20% of the crowd. Everybody's moist.
Yeah.
There we go. Kaylor will take the drink and look at you and give you a nod.
That was a sad story, friend.
Yes, I believe that most people carry such sad stories in this day.
Oh, Mr. Korbog. Oh, good to see you. Kaylor.
It's just Korbog.
Oh,
it's just Korbog.
Sorry. Kaylor, this is Korbog. He's actually, you two will be working together. Actually, he's one of the guards that we've hired to guard the queen.
What can you do besides survive the hands and the darkness?
I am skilled in many trades to escort and protect certain characters and points of interest. I am well capable, as I hear you are as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Calamar, what are you and Luca doing?
Also exceptionally modest.
Well, Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for the Dark Dwarf.
Yeah, I was leaning in the same direction, kind of absentmindedly getting a drink, walking around the perimeter of the tavern, keeping eyes out, but somewhat distracted at the same time.
Okay. You guys are keeping your eyes out. The Duragar is nowhere to be seen.
Maybe we should ask. Maybe we should talk to the bartender, see what he knows.
Yeah, they would see anyone coming in here. It's a good idea.
All right. If where last we saw him, at least it was in the back room, right? So maybe you ask the barkeep, and I'll just pop off over into the other room and see if I can see any dwarf leavings.
Hey, sounds good. You and your dwarf leavings, and I'll walk over to the bar.
Okay, so
we are very politically correct on the show.
So you know that behind the bar is the owner of the bar, Katie O'Halloran, and she's behind the bar, and she's a rugged adventuring type woman. She's got red hair. So behind the bar is the crossed swords that are rumored to have been hers when she was adventuring.
I know who this is.
Yes, you do. She looks when you look at her, I mean, she knows every drink there is to know, but there always seems to be like a sadness behind her eyes, like she's never quite, there's not that light anymore, it's kind of gone. So she's like, yes dear, what can I get for you?
Hi, Katie. Got a question for you, actually. My group, we're looking for a Duragar we encountered earlier, just for some questions we may have. Have you seen anyone coming through here today?
I haven't seen a Duragar in this parts in a while, other than there's the silversmith. I've seen a Galt around, but I haven't seen him in days.
Understood. And kind of glancing out at the people that are currently in the tavern. Anyone particularly interesting pass through today?
No one that I've seen. I mean, it's not since the contest has started. I mean, it's been going on now for About 25 minutes or so. So there's not you know.
How far is she from where I'm sitting?
So the Crossblades has like a one main area, and then kind of around a corner it has the bar area. So she's probably not more than 20, 30 feet away from you, but there is like a bit of a wall between you, and it is
So
kind
yeah,
of
I
loud
wouldn't
in
be
here.
able to hear this conversation.
Nah, you can't hear it.
Okay.
So unfortunately, no, I haven't seen any suspicious folk like that tonight. Anyway.
Understood. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Drinks are amazing, as always.
Thank you.
Perfect. And I'll let you get back to everything, and I'll start wandering around the perimeter once more.
Okay. So during that time, Calamar, you were trying to do what now?
Just go into that back room.
Okay.
So, see, just.
Yep. So you can slip into the storeroom again. You do notice that the door is back where you put it, because when you went down,
Okay,
you
yeah.
closed it behind you. So you can open the door up. You can go back down into the basement, and everything looks pretty much exactly the way you left it.
All right, I'll come back up.
Okay.
I'll make my way over to Luca, and I'll be like, no sign of him. Wait, there's no sign of him, and you know who else there's no sign of? Where's our friend Bryn?
I kind of glancing around. You're right. He just.
That's right. They both disappeared. Both members of the Underdark, if I should remind you. He's been a stalwart ally, but what if it's all part of some deep, sinister plot? Him and that dwarf, right? Where is Bryn now? I should wonder.
Well, I'm getting the vibe that you don't really care for Bryn.
Well, I thought I was beginning to like him. I let him ride my lion, didn't I? It's just that now we're looking for the dwarf, and then Bryn disappeared. It was like he was here one moment, and the next he was gone.
That's kind of his thing. He does that, but I can vouch for him. I've known him a while. I don't think he's involved.
Yeah. All right.
Although, kind of glancing around, I'm like, okay, yeah, where is Bryn at this point?
Give me a perception
Did
check.
we lose him? Like...
Perception. Go ahead, roll it. Perception check. Roll it. Yeah, you have no clue. He's missing.
Well,
yeah,
you know what? Maybe he's been kidnapped. We must away to Korbog immediately.
Yeah, we should definitely catch up with him. Kind of glancing around, do we see where Korbog is currently?
Oh yeah, you see Korbog. He's a big large. He's probably almost about done downing this massive pitcher of beer that he has.
Maybe halfway through, but I turn to Caldwell and say, "So why did you hire this guy, Caldwell?"
And so Caldwell has like this little tiny like juice drink that he's kind of sipping on.
It's out of a box.
Of course he does.
Well, Mr. Korbog, I did not hire him. Kalor here has been a stalwart ally of the Queen for quite some time. He's been working for her. So we're actually hiring you to join him, actually. So
sounds good. Then I finish the picture.
Okay, then you finish the picture. Okay. So you guys walk over as about, as I said, Korbog's just about getting done with this pitcher of beer.
And say, we think that Bryn may have been abducted. He's gone. He's vanished.
I look around the room.
Give me a perception check.
Gotta be at a 27.
Go.
I got a 20.
He's missing.
All right, so I after observing, I'll bite. I'll come on out.
Okay, so almost as if like out of nowhere, Bryn just pops up.
God.
And I'll walk up behind Luca and say, hey, have you seen that drow-like looking creature over talking to Korbog?
The one right here that I'm standing near.
Oh, you're right next to him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that part. Sorry, I had a real life moment. My dog walked in the room and
really
farted so horribly. I completely lost everything for a minute. It's eye-watering bad still in my room.
God.
Sorry.
Very obviously hearing you say it, I was like, look and just completely turn to him. Be like, that one?
Yes, you must be Bryn that they are looking for, yes?
Yes, I am Bryn.
It's nice to see a friendly face.
We'll see if you're friendly.
That's how they get you.
How long have you been on the service?
The surface? Since I was a boy.
Yet you tell stories of trial and tribulation coming out of the dark.
That's just when I was a boy, yes. I have not returned.
Huh. You thought the world was bad when you were a boy. You should experience it as a real man.
I can only imagine.
I'll say,
Yeah, it's much worse.
yes,
Wait.
it's all tragic. Do you know anything about a dark dwarf roaming the streets? I have my hands right on the table, right in front of you.
Do I know anything, DM?
You can give me a give me a history check.
Rin, do you need a drink?
Yeah, Scorbog, I could definitely use a drink. Thank you.
8.
Yeah, no,
You get me one when you come back from the bar with yours?
Yes, and I'll walk over and I'll grab him another picture.
I'm just kidding. I'll go get you a drink.
Kaylor,
I'll throw him a couple of gold.
okay. You've been in the bar for pretty much the entire contest, which is about so you've been in here for probably 35 minutes or so. The entire contest. You remember the Minotaur, which is with the party, who's being quiet at the moment, but she was the first one on stage to tell her story. And then but you haven't seen any drow in here either.
Okay. I have not seen this man that you're looking for.
Or Duragar, I'm sorry, not drow, Duragar.
So just so outside of character, just like with talk with the group, do we have reason to believe that this dark dwarf has anything to do with the plot against the queen?
Possibly. I mean, he might be an ally, right? He took out the person affiliated with the assassin, the Medusa assassin, right? Because he had the person we think he took out, the person with the little emblem on his handkerchief he had on his belt, right?
Well,
He's the only other person that we
remember.
encountered there.
Yeah, so you remember the guy that you were following with the symbol on his belt on the handkerchief. You found him being ripped apart by wolves.
Yeah.
And it looked like he had been strangled by some sort of
wolf.
Yeah, strangled by a wolf. Strangled by like a rope or something along those lines. Some sort of
And the only other person
cord.
we saw down there was the Duragar.
The only other person you caught even a glimpse of any type of humanoid was that Duragar. Yes, correct.
What about asking the floofy politician dude, Mr. Man of his nuptials?
Go ahead.
Caldwell. He's right there.
I thought we were out of character.
No, yeah.
I should not be the one asking questions. That's never good. I have like minus 15.
It hasn't worked out well so far.
No.
You just go and harass random old men that we see in the
Yeah,
alleyway.
that was fun, but this matters.
I'll kind of since we're all together now, I'll mention openly that Katie hasn't seen anyone come through here, at least that matches our description of what we're looking for.
Right.
And also, so at about this time too, Mr. Caldwell, he has finished his little juice kind of drink. He sets it down. He's like, "Oh, I must take my leave of all of you. Good to see you again. Tomorrow morning we will be headed out. So Kaylor and I will come by here in the morning and pick you all up, so that we can begin our escort of the Queen. Is there anything else I could do for you before I take my leave of you tonight?"
Give our regards to the Dark Dwarf.
Quite puzzled who this dark dwarf is you're speaking of, but okay. If I
Sharp,
find one,
you
I
are
will.
such a freak. What is wrong with you?
That's trying to catch him unawares. Gauge his shocked reaction. It was very revealing. It revealed that he knows absolutely nothing about this topic. We can rule him out now.
And he
You
will
see,
kind
you
of,
see Kaylor smirk as he's finishing his beer.
and he will kind of give you like a little bit of a bow, and he will take his leave of you.
So Kaylor, would you like to stay for a beverage with us tonight?
Sure, why not? As we wait for the queen.
I hand Sharp a pitcher. I hand Bren an entire bottle of whiskey, and then I put my pitcher down and sit down.
I'm gonna whisper over to Korbog gently so that Sharp cannot hear us and say, "Wasn't the last time that Calamar was Sharp or Sharp was Calamar? Didn't he get knocked out or something?
Go.
How does the change happen? Do you know?"
Well, you see, little boys and girls get to a certain age, and the change happens.
What causes him to flip?
I don't know.
Why don't we just get him piss ass drunk and see what happens?
Oh my god.
Well, he's halfway there, I say, pointing at him drinking.
Yeah. Good.
All right, so we will just proceed to get Sharp completely inebriated
Okay.
Sure.
and let her rip and see what happens.
Okay.
Take over, Mr. Ink Mage.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. Being sober hasn't helped us find the dark dwarf. So it's time to switch things up. Yeah.
Anything else in the particular like you guys would like to do before you go to bed for the evening? You get that long rest you've been asking me about for about 4 episodes now.
Oh, great.
Finally.
So
Well, just for spreading the wealth, I make sure that at some point I get Luca a drink too, because that's very important. Everybody has to be my friend, and I have to do that.
I was gonna make that comment that
Okay.
apparently Luca doesn't get to drink anything.
Oh, well, to be fair, I had my own
Well,
drink already.
Exactly.
So I did.
Yeah,
I will
she's not a
accept. Thank you,
sober master.
That is true.
Probably having drunk enough at this point, when she thanks me, I say, "You're welcome, but I made 2 gold on this deal because we drink for free, and Bren gave me 2 gold."
it's a tip. Cheap. I won't hit the whiskey too hard tonight because I do want to try to craft some arrows.
Okay.
So those snake-headed arrows that we picked up from the Medusa a while back, I would like to try to craft some kind of poison arrowhead with some vials of poison attached to the arrowhead so that I don't have to apply poison during combat and that I don't lose the effect of poison after a period of time. So kind of preloaded shots.
Okay, so do you have these little vials?
I proceed to go to the market to go look for vials. Which it's nighttime. Bitch.
Hang on.
Do I have
Since
any
you've been
vials?
mentioned.
What's that,
Do
Kayla?
I have any vials?
Do you have any vials? Do you have any little tiny vials on your character?
I don't know.
Probably not the ones. Probably not the size Thad's looking for. There's a flaw in his plan. You could, however, prepare the arrows if you'd like to get ready for vials, and once you attain such vials.
What about the barkeep? Any chance she has something like that?
She has glasses and mugs.
But she used to be an adventurer. She have anything in her little trunk of goodies?
Katie will let you know that you probably need some sort of an alchemist or a glass blower for that, I would think, wouldn't you?
So you think it's a specialty item?
Probably. I mean, I don't know where you would use where a normal person would use such a small item like that. What are you trying to do with something that small anyway?
Trying to make some poison arrows.
What? Well, that doesn't sound safe at all. Poison? Why would you use? What are you planning to do with this poison?
Has she seen his face?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I
right.
even need to respond to that? I just look at her like, what? Really?
It's coming from the guy who's been complaining about being stereotyped as a drow the entire time,
Right.
and now he's just
Yeah,
leaning right into it. Leaning right into it.
That's the way to do it.
All
To be
right,
fair, he's mostly being stereotyped by his own party.
Yeah.
So,
yes,
you know.
yes, exactly.
Specifically one person.
Exactly.
Every opportunity. Thank you, Calamar.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sharp,
my attempt to
actually.
break the game is over.
Okay.
I'll break it
Well,
again some other time.
Bryn,
Yeah, next one.
I
Next episode.
actually might have something that could help you.
Oh,
Believe
what
it
is
or
that?
not. I'm gonna pull out the alchemy jug I have, which can create some basic poison for him if he wants to carry that for the time being.
Oh, Luca, that would be excellent.
Hey,
that
look
means
at
we
this cool
can't
party
get any
trick.
mayonnaise for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I know, I'm
yeah.
sorry. Sorry, guys. No mayonnaise. But I'll go ahead and pull out the alchemy jug. I'll, take an action to name the basic poison, have it generate.
Okay.
And I'll kind of set it in front of Bryn. Say, you probably have more use of the poison than I do, so I'm not really certain, kind of looking at my hands, which are obviously, bruised and whatnot from punching people. I don't think these are going to deliver poison quite in the same way.
At least not to the enemy.
Yeah, no, this is gonna end very poorly if I try that.
All right, perfect. So how many vials does that make?
It makes 1/2 an ounce. I don't know what that
So
means.
probably 1 vial.
Yeah.
Looking on D&D Beyond right now. Hang on. Look up the.
Oh. Half ounce might go a long way.
Yeah, actually.
Alchemy jug. Right?
You have to milk at least 3 rattlesnakes for that much.
Yeah. I used to do that. I worked on a reptile farm. They used to call me Old McDonald. I just get my little milk them.
You used to milk snakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They they warm right up to you. Just the hard part is getting your hands on those tiny udders.
I've got nipples.
I have nipples, Foxer. Can you milk me?
I wasn't gonna say it.
Hey, I said Fokker.
Yep.
What are you guys thinking?
So yeah, 1/2 ounce. I think it's probably about one little vial's worth of poison.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think 2 would have been awesome. I think you're being generous with your use of the word awesome, Thad. I think you need to slow down on that. It's only a 1/2 ounce.
I'm not sure you know what that word means.
You keep using that word.
I'm sorry, Guapo. I'm sorry.
Who's carrying me up to my room?
Well, to your room. It's you all share a room, actually.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kaylor, you have your own place in another part of the city because you've been here. You'll actually be headed back to the Enlightenment, to where the Queen is.
Okay.
You'll be headed back to where she is.
All right.
While these mere normal people have to hang out at the bar.
Well, I will see you in the morning then, I guess.
Here?
Where are we meeting?
Here, you and Mr. Caldwell are gonna pick him up here.
Then we're coming back here.
Got
Got it.
Okay. All right, so Kaylor makes his takes off from you guys. Where are the rest of you are pouring Sharp up into his bunk, I guess it is.
Yeah, I think we should be nice about that. Not let him wander off.
I should. I'll
Put him on the top bunk, though.
Oh, God. This is fine. Great idea. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Nothing bad could possibly happen. Yeah, so you guys can manage to, you guys drink for a couple hours and make your way back up to your room, and you pour Sharp into his bunk. Are you guys just all going to sleep? Is there something else you're doing? Setting watches, anything like that? Locking the door,
I think we should lock the door just to be safe.
I'm gonna take a
But-
bath.
You're gonna take a bath? Okay.
Yeah.
If you say something like when you're downstairs, Katie will have one of the handmaids make their way up, and she will down the hallway from where your room is. There's a little common room, and they will start pouring a bath for you. You know, they have a fire going in there, and they're dumping water, heating it up, and dumping it in. Probably 20 minutes after you dump Sharp back into his room, they come down to the room, knock on the door, and this young 11, 12-year-old girl's like, sir, Korbog, your bath is ready.
Great.
So she'll lead you
Mhm.
down, show you the tub, make her leave of you after you are shown where everything is.
All right.
Do we have a window in our room?
You do.
Can I take a look out the window and see if there's anybody casing out the inn?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Perception. 7.
There is nothing. But see, now you're on the back side of the cross blades, which actually looks out over the river. So you can see, like, to the right a little bit, there's the bridge that goes across to the collective, and to the left is actually all river, which kind of harbor / river area. So you're basically seeing mostly water, collective in the distance, but mostly water.
Is there an upstairs hallway I can go to a window there and check out the front side,
Sure.
the street side?
Yep. Sure. Go ahead.
Come on. 9.
Nothing special. You are seeing that there's a few people here and there. Some are leaving the bar, some are leaving, walking the streets, but nobody that you seem to think is suspicious.
All right, so I'll walk back to the group. All right, looks like we're all clear outside. I will stay up for a little while though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everybody going to get your night's sleep.
Oh, well, wait, Drow have the same trance ability, don't they, as regular elves?
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
I only need a few hours. 4,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, you can stay aware though and awake, and just kind of
Correct.
sit there.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll
Everybody.
definitely keep watch for the crew.
Okay. You all sleep. You all get your full rest that you've been waiting for this entire time, complaining about the entire time. And you wake up in the morning.
All right. I wake up, and the first thing I do is I notice the leather armor hanging on the edge of the bed, and I say, "Ye gods, what's this doing here? This is not befitting." and I'm like looking around. I look at like the weapon belt, and I all right, who's playing the joke on me? And I'm lifting up the pillow and the blankets, and I say, "Where's my armor?" And I'm like picking up like a cup, and I'm looking under it, just things where it couldn't possibly be, and clearly groggy and befuddled. Feels like somebody rang my bell, and I'll scratch my head.
You do have a little bit of a headache this morning for some reason, Calamar. You're not quite sure why.
Mm-hmm. Well, clearly somebody played a joke on me and stole my belongings. But I pull out a pouch of coin that I have, and I'll be like, well, look through to see if it's enough to at least buy some armor. And then I remember that I have an arrangement with Korbog, and I'll say, do you still keep that spare bit of armor and weapons on you that sometimes we have our arrangement? And I hold up the coin pouch.
Yeah.
Ah, excellent. I'm a man of quality.
I give him his armor back.
Ah, yes, it's almost identical to the very armor I wore when I was younger. And I'll start the long process of putting it on.
Okay, so you guys managed to get yourselves equipped back up and ready to go, and downstairs and have a little bit of breakfast. when about the time where Kalor and Mr. Caldwell come into the crossed blades and come looking for you. And they see you, and Mr. Caldwell makes his way over, holding his double-breasted suit, walking over, kind of, holding the top of it. Hello, gentlemen and ladies. Are we ready for a fine adventure this morning? Well, are you ready? I'm not going. Are you ready for a fine adventure this morning?
I have been ever since I arrived in Riverbreak. And who is this with you? So, so Kaylor, I like same height, same face, different quality of voice, and now like wearing like armor and strapped with a sword and shield and ready. I'm looking at you like I've never met you. And in fact, I mean, maybe at first you wouldn't recognize me, but then like you would. I have a distinct face. I look like Adrian Brody, right? He has a very distinct kind of face. So, but I'm looking at you and talking to you like I've never met you before. And I extend a gauntleted hand out, to greet you.
I meet your greet, and I look at you. My head kind of slants to the side. Yes, my name is Kalor. I will be escorting the queen, and you will be assisting me.
Excellent. It is a pleasure and an honor to meet you and conduct this operation. To the queen! And I bang my fist on the table.
Okay. As I step away just briefly, I look at Bryn, and I kind of whisper, say, "Is he all right?"
This is perfectly normal.
Oh, lovely. All right.
Bryn, with that look on his face, just unfortunately, yes. Okay, so
Korbog, the booze worked, man.
I just wish his ideas got better between.
Just different types of chaotic energies that are happening.
So Mr. Caldwell holding that double-breasted suit at the top, like, are you ready? We should probably head off. The queen will be wanting to leave somewhat soon.
You aren't going with us, are you?
Oh no, no, that's not going to happen. I have my pending nuptials after all. I have things I have to do. There's a reception, and weddings are expensive after all, and my wife to be has very
in fact, do you have to be here now?
He looks a little like puzzled for a moment. Like, well, no, not here. We should probably head off. Yes, that would be a good idea.
Because Kalor can take us where we need to go, correct? And then you could go take care of your business, right?
That is a tremendous idea, actually.
Kalor.
He thinks for a moment. Well, I do have those wine glasses I should probably pick up.
Yes, wine glasses. Sounds great.
Excellent idea. I could get a little business done during the business day, as they say. That would be very good. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Korbog. You're a very wise and intelligent man. I will head off. I have some wine glasses to see. So, good evening or good day. Goodbye. And he turns around and leaves.
Okay. Once he leaves, you see Kalor kind of pull his white hair back behind his ears, and he pulls out like pieces of like fuzz or whatever in his ears.
Kalor.
Yes.
It occurs to me this duty. I would be derelict in not mentioning this, but the queen, if she is considered an asset being targeted, then should we not have a decoy? And I look at Luca and I kind of gesture a hand. Perhaps we should have a decoy. And the queen could dress in Luca's garb, although wait, or some other garb, or perhaps as a squire or something. But we need a decoy. It's the only thing that will work. We have to throw the enemy off her scent.
Do you, Luca, do you possess the skills to change your appearance or just change what you look like?
Not particularly, unfortunately. I can wear different clothing, but
the queen's
are
clothing.
we familiar with what? Yeah, are we familiar with what the queen looks like?
Yeah. So you guys know. So the queen is a wood elf. She.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the king, was of a noble human line. There was a big brouhaha about the fact that he married a common wood elf, and his children are all half elves, and there was a bit of an issue with that. There was many people that some actually tried to have him removed as king because he dared not to marry royalty. And in fact, it actually sparked a war with one of the neighboring countries because they felt it was a time of weakness that the king was willing to marry below his station. And there's been a war broiling for years that has been happening.
Wait, I just recalled. The queen is a wood elf. Is she not?
She is. Yes.
Bryn, you have skills in magic. You are an elf. If we were to put you in whiteface, you could pose as the
Calamar.
queen.
You're
Calamar.
gonna dress me
Yeah,
up in
yeah,
women's clothing this episode. Come on.
My flaw is that I overly complicate matters. So like I'm like
You can have your inspiration back. Yes.
Well, it is a clever idea to try to disguise one of us as a decoy.
yes.
I do have that ability to actually change myself to look exactly like her, but it only lasts an hour. So that would not really be helpful in this circumstance. But remind me, I don't know what everyone's race is. I know Bryn is a drow.
Dirty drow. Yeah.
Korbog is
Half orc.
half orc. Luca,
Half elf.
half elf. Okay,
And human.
and human.
And
Well-
and Ember is a minotaur.
Yeah.
Bro.
You should try and disguise her. That'd be perfect.
Yes.
That'd
put
be
a little
amazing.
the crown and
Hang it
make
off
her
one
look-
horn.
Yeah. Make her look dainty.
Would I know? Would I know what the queen would normally wear, or if Luca's complexion and everything fits the queen at least close? Like not at like up close and personal, but from a distance.
Yeah,
they
Right.
could show it off.
Right. I mean,
Especially since
yeah. I mean, you are. She is thin and elvish in appearance, more or less. So maybe from a distance, if you slap a dress on her, because the queen generally wears dresses, and a crown, maybe she could. What color hair do you have, Luca? I forgot. Oh, you're blonde. The queen is also
Yes.
blonde. So
And
actually, it
that's
is
what
kind
I
of.
was about to say. My mother was a wood elf, so
Actually, it is kind of funny because when I was painting the minis, you have the exact same hairstyle as what I chose for the queen, not even realizing you guys have the exact same hair. So on Hero Forge, when you go to make it, you both have like the hair with like the braid going down the back. So it was kind of funny that you guys have the same hair.
I love it when a plan comes together. This is
The really sad part is in this A team you got going on here, he's Murdoch, and you're listening to him.
I thought I was Spaceman.
That's fantastic.
Korbog, that makes you Mr. T.
That makes you Mr. T. Corbog.
Yeah, B.A.
Except
Baraka.
I'm not afraid to fly.
All right, so shall we leave then and get ready?
Forsooth.
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll bring up the map for the for Riverbreak, so I can show you a couple things here. Give James a second to grab that.
Can we just acknowledge one more time how lovely that map is?
Yes,
it
yes.
is.
My friend Joshua that made the map did a very, very good job. So in the top right corner of the hollow, where the two bridges are, you can see here on the right hand side. Oh, hang on. What? Who's moving it? Nope. So go down where the hollow is, James, below 7. Yeah, hang on, he's moving stuff around here. Nope. The middle, the hollow's in the center. Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
So right there, right where James is now. So right between where those two bridges are, that's where the Crossed Blades is. Across that northern bridge, where the District 7 is, that is the collective. Collective is the guild district. So that is where like Guilds Row, all the Adventurers Guild, the Brewers Guild, all that kind of stuff. That's all in that section. If you go to the north west out of the District 7 there, where there's that switchback, so that's a long switchback. It's it's hundreds of feet, to the northwest, and then part of it passes under part of the river that splits and goes around the citadel. You can see the citadel, that big castle there. The river comes flowing over the switchback, and then you come back and you come all the way back up the switchback. And remember, this cliff is 200 feet high, so it's a pretty, steep switchback going up and back. It is during the day now, so there are people. Every once in a while, there's like a guy with a cart, and he's like pulling the cart, and he's going up the hill with it as if he's headed up to the Enlightenment. And so the Enlightenment is that District 6 area, the kind of like that Crescent District. That area is full of all the temples. If anything magical is going on, it's probably happening in the Enlightenment. That's where everything, all the big magical kind of things are happening. And you're actually going to go to where the number 6 on the map is. That is the school of magic called the Convergence. So Kaelor takes you, strides you through the Enlightenment area, walks up to the front gate of the Convergence. The guards recognize him immediately. They kind of snap to attention and open up the door for him. Welcome, sir. Welcome. You're back. The queen is ready. She's about ready to go. They were just waiting for. You've brought the rest of the guards. Oh, excellent. And they kind of step aside and let you guys go through.
Thank you. Follow me. And I'll head in and get towards the location I was supposed to meet the queen to start this journey.
Yep. So right to. So there's the Convergence is this large school. There's a few towers, and you're inside like a walled off area. Right to the right of that school, there is this big metal tower. And Kaelor, you will know. Won't be a surprise to you, but the rest of you, a couple minutes after you get there, the queen comes out. So Queen Vanessa comes out. She's just about as tall as Luca, maybe a little bit taller, blonde haired, slightly like grayish greenish skin, wearing crown on her head. She has like a purple and blue dress on. And as she comes out of this metal tower, she turns and she mumbles something and waves her hands, and the tower shrinks down. And she picks it up and she puts it in her pouch. And she turns back around. Oh, Kaelor, you're here. Are we ready? Is everything? These are the guards we have.
Heart.
Yes.
Hand over my heart. Sweep out down to one knee. My lady, and your grace. It is an honor above all honors, surpassing all honors, your grace, to be here and protect you. And that being said, we do have an idea, and I'll gesture to Luca.
So I was in bow as she says this, and I look up and he responds, and I said, "Yes, my lady." And I'll stand back up and then open my gaze for them to.
Well, please. No, bowing is not necessary. You are protecting me here. If anybody should be bowing, I should be bowing to you and your strength and your ability to keep me safe on this journey. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me here.
You are as gracious as you are lovely, my lady.
And you said something about a plan?
Yes, Calamar. Please do tell us of your plan.
Well, I merely,
Why would you say that?
Smack Luca.
I can't take
arm.
I can't take all the credit. I but planted a seed and it began to sprout under the careful guidance and wisdom of Kaelor, and I gesture to you, Kaelor.
Yes, my lady. These fine adventurers came up with an idea, and that I agree with. Actually, one of the adventurers, Luca, fares a very similar appearance of you. If there was any way we can get do you have clothing that matches or is similar to what you are wearing now, so we can disguise her in a similar garb as a potential decoy to help aid us in protecting you?
And you'll notice she seems to be shaking her head like she's thinking about that, Kaylor. But yeah, and you would know specifically because you've been around the queen a lot, so you know she got a little bit distracted, partially through your talk, and she's looking at Korbog, and she's like, "Yes, Kaylor, you kind sir," and she's pointing at Korbog. Where did you get that armor you're carrying around? As she sees like the red and gold armor is like poking out of the top of your pack because you got
That's
all
right.
stuffed in your pack.
I don't know that I would have carried it, but let's go with that. Found it in the sewers. We were going to return it to the paladins.
And at about that time too, coming out of the convergence, another elven woman, this time an actual gray elven woman, unlike the ashy elf that Kaylor is. This gray elven woman comes walking out, seems to be very graceful. She comes out, she's like, "Oh, you're ready to leave, Your Highness." And the queen kind of points to her, and then points to Korbog, and she takes a look, and she's like, "Ah, I see you found one of my paladin's armors. Where did you find that?"
Sewers
Don't-
among his bones.
Ixnay on the owns bay.
No candy coating it at all. Just
Oh my god.
oh well,
Luca.
that is
What
that is
am I supposed to do?
that is
So-
sad news. Then Sir Rastalin must be one of our knights. Sir Rastalin has been missing for about a week now. Or yes, I think it's only been a week. You found his armor. Did you find everything else? Did you find any of the rest of his belongings?
Didn't we collect the bones?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this
Yes.
is when we need our Minotaur to jump in.
Well,
I
she's
do
here,
think-
so she's
Yeah,
here.
she was
so she
carrying
hasn't.
that.
So I just think for anybody who hadn't seen, I think like last week there was like the Minotaur. Ember had a whole plot about like extorting money. I mean, hoping there was a reward for bones of the dead.
Yes, so you do know that the Minotaur is carrying his bones.
I
Lovely.
take the armor out and I present to her.
Oh, yes, this is definitely one of my. And you do notice now, Korbog, as you guys are kind of talking about this, all the guards around, they all are wearing that same armor. They're wearing that red and gold armor. They have the shield. They have a hilt hanging off their belts. So they're all, and they all, any of those that are in the immediate area that kind of see this happen, they all kind of like bow their heads and drop down onto like a knee for a moment, and then they stand back up. The elven woman, the queen kind of turns to her and is like, "Quell, would you like to handle this for a moment?" And she turns around, the queen does, and pops the tower back up, and she walks inside for a moment. And the elven woman, Quell, she's like, "Well, do you have his shield? Do you have his sword? Do you have everything with you? I will,
Yes.
of course, award you for bringing this back. I mean, I'm grateful that you managed to bring it. I would hate that this got in the hands of some evil power."
I give her back what I'm carrying, which is the shield and the armor.
Okay.
And I say quite plainly that the Minotaur has the other things.
Okay. So she will take the shield and the armor. One of the knights will like come over, and she'll hand it to him. She whispers something in his ear, and then he walks off. I'm unsure how Ember will handle this part, so we'll hold that for a moment. I'm interested to see how she decides to handle that. There'll be some, she'll ask you a few more questions. You can easily answer, like, where in the sewers, what was happening. Are there any kind of details you guys might want to leave out from that interaction that happened down there?
I have no idea about any of that stuff.
That's true.
Oh.
Kalmar has no idea.
So I forget, Art. Did we have any indication as to how the knight passed away? How the Crimson Knight passed away?
You don't. You just found his bones and
That's right. We
his in.
inspected him, and there was no.
Nope. You just saw the armor and the
we did an health
shield and
check.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you do
That's
know it. You do know it was bones.
That's some fast decomposition for a
That's,
week.
there you go. That's
Mhm.
So I guess I'll step up gently here because that always works well. So we thought we'd return his armor and as well as what was left of him. You said he was only gone for a week.
he was. And actually, Bryn, now that you've kind of stepped up to talk to her, give me a insight check.
Come
Okay,
on,
you have
don't
no
suck.
clue. No clue. Okay.
That's kind of perfect, actually.
She seems to look at you softly. Not like she recognizes you, but unlike some of the normal attention that drow get on the surface, that's completely gone for her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, wow. I have not seen a drow for quite some time. I had once had a drow friend. His name was Curafin. He was such a trusted friend, and you've reminded me of him. Thank you. That's those are memories I've not thought of for many, many years. Sorry, I just got lost there for a second. What were you asking again?
So we found his remains down in the sewers and in the cave system below the city. And we were following someone that perhaps might be from the folks that we are guarding you from today. You said he was only gone for a week.
Yes, he was only gone for a week. You said you. What did you? You found his body?
Oh,
Bones.
we found what was left. Yes, we found a skeleton inside this armor, and nothing more.
It could have been anyone then.
Are you certain?
Interesting.
Are you certain it's the knight that you think it is, or have you been missing any others for longer?
No, I've not. We may need to look into this at some point and try and discover what is happening here. I expect there is some sort of. Did you find any sort of odd creatures like slimes in the area, or something that might dissolve his body and leave bones behind?
So we did battle a bone creature, didn't we? The heck was that thing once we got down there?
A bone golem.
This is
So-
why this is why you needed to bring me. I could have been of invaluable assistance to you, not only in the combat, but in recalling every event that took place in the most minute detail. I would have been able to explain it all.
You were
Next
there.
time. Korbag, methinks you were imbibing much of your beloved whiskey. Surely you
You
just
forgot.
But no
Remember.
matter. But no matter. We can. I can look into that and try and. Yes, it feels like if there was no creatures such as that in the area, that maybe there was some foul magic at work, and I will consult the books and see what I can come up with. And about like about that time, the guard comes back, the other Crimson Knight comes back, and he has a suit of armor in his hand, and he has a shield, and he hands them to Quell one at a time, and she grabs the suit of armor. It's a suit of scale mail, and she will hand it to Korbag. This looks like it might fit you to as a reward for what you've done, and she hands you the armor, and then she grabs the shield and hands you the shield as well.
Require no reward.
Oh, but I must. You were so kind to bring back my lost knight. I'm greatly appreciative, and I had this around. It was certainly worth exchanging for his equipment.
It's appreciated.
So you'll notice that the scale mail is like a slick black scale mail. And the shield is a shield that has a knight on the front of the shield that has like a sword jabbing through his chest, as if he has just been sacrificed, for instance.
What?
That's encouraging.
Indeed.
Foreboding.
All right.
Are there any other questions? And then the queen comes back out of the tower. She's carrying a dress. She turns around, says the thing again. The tower shrinks back down. She puts it back in her pouch. I think this will probably come close to fitting you anyway. You're a hair shorter than I am, dear, but it'll be close.
Well, Luca, disrobe at once, and give the queen your rags.
Aren't you supposed to be the paladin?
I'm good.
No. I'm a warrior, but no. This is business. We're at work. The queen must be protected at all costs.
Hey.
Yes, but one, you do not tell me to disrobe, and two, do not refer to my clothing as rags.
They're not rags. They're only in respect to the queens. When you, by comparison, they're rags.
Okay, good backpedaling, and I'll accept the dress. Say thank you very much. Is there a place I may change?
Yes. Yeah. The queen will actually kind of put her arm around you. But come, dear. We will go inside the school for a moment, and she'll take you. Assuming you go with her, she'll take you.
Yes.
Do we know what these items that we were just given can do?
You will quickly figure it out. So the armor is scale mail +1, and the shield is a shield of sacrifice.
A shield of sacrifice.
Yes.
Do you like the scale mail there, Calamar?
Let's see. Why do you have like a wicked high AC?
Well, I mean, I have an 18, but
That's what I have. So I mean, you know what?
I also have adamantine chain, which makes it so I don't take criticals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
I mean, the reward was justly given. For you carried these the armor out. But in service to the queen, if you have a preference, let it be your choice.
I give him the armor.
All right. I'll start. Taking it off. I'll turn to Bryn. I'll be like, "This is. Would you the clasp here, right? No, there, and see if you'll help me."
Whoosh, cut it right off.
Yeah. With expert.
What is the
precision.
shield of sacrifice?
It is an item that I have created that I need to actually put the. It basically gives you the orc save your life ability once.
I actually think that Sir Calamar should have that as well.
Oh, all right. Well, you're exceedingly kind. You didn't rook me on the armor and feel guilty. Do you? It's most generous of you. So
I never rook anyone.
So are we surrounded by people?
Yeah, there's people quite. I mean, you're kind of by yourself in your own little group, but all around, like there are more of the Crimson Knights around. But
Do we think? Just looking around, do I think I could ask a question to the party without someone else overhearing?
Kaylor is here and Quell is here still.
Okay.
She hasn't walked up. Well, she probably about this time she'll be. Well, again, thank you. If you happen to, we'll do the interaction with Ember and the Queen later, Quell to find out exactly how she would handle that. And she will be. I will take my leave of you. Good luck on your journey, and Quell will leave. So yes, now it's just the 5 of you. Well, 4 of you because Luca's getting dressed.
What are we gonna put? What shall the queen wear? I mean, is she going to? Oh, wait. We did mention. I don't know if she's gonna wear what Luca has on, um, but here's the thing, gentlemen. Are we the only guards the queen have? I mean, is
You
it
and Kaylor are yes. Kaylor can confirm that you are the only
Taylor?
guards.
Taylor, is this unusual? There's no royal contingent. There's no armed escort other than us.
Well,
Could it
an,
be?
an armed escort would be attract a lot of attention. We're trying
Yes.
to be discreet.
You also remember too, Calamar. Well, I don't know if it was you or Sharp, whichever one. That the party will remember that there's a lot of festivals going on throughout the city
Yeah.
over the next few days. So that's why they were sending just a small group of you with the queen.
So that would mean that there's probably like a bunch of people that aren't normally in the city, a bunch of strangers. This is very dangerous indeed for the queen. We must worry about the danger without, but also those who are close to her, who envy her, or have uh, political aspirations. We must. Do we have any idea, Kaylor, who or what may be seeking to uh, undermine her?
DM, would I know that
Um,
specifically? Would I know that?
no, you're not
Yeah.
sure because the queen doesn't normally. I mean, she doesn't hang out in Riverbreak. Like you guys are
Sure.
here on like a diplomatic mission. You guys are actually back in the kingdom. You're not here all the time, so you're not sure. I mean, you do know the city. You've been here many times, so you know your way around for the most part. Not all the little back alleys and such, but you know your way around.
Okay.
But not enough to know all the movers and shakers in the city.
Okay, Calamar, I do not know who is
Mm.
seeking my queen,
Mm.
but I can assure you that I will do what I can to protect her, to make sure that she gets to where she needs to go safely.
She certainly has my sword.
So I'll just shrug and I'll go ahead and pull out the embroidered logo handkerchief that we got from Saria, the Medusa,
Okay.
and say that when we first arrived and we weren't here for very long, we were attacked by an individual carrying this. And we found in her lair in her home that that she had a book, a dossier on every one of us in our party.
Hmm.
And then we also tracked another individual carrying the same symbol down below the city, and this is actually where we found the Crimson Guard's armor as well. Are you familiar with this symbol and perhaps the organization that may be flying under it?
What does the symbol look like?
I don't have an actual picture of it, but it is a symbol. You don't recognize the symbol. It's not anything that you're.
Okay.
It's not the symbol of the royal family. It's not the symbol of their enemy, the country that they're like the enemy of. So it's not any sort of heraldic symbol that you're used to seeing.
Okay, I take it from Bren and examine it. No, I am sorry. I'm not familiar with this symbol. And I'll hand it back.
So we do know that this particular individual is part of the Assassins Guild here in Riverbreak, and we also know that there was an order requesting more of these symbols be made out of a special metal.
What kind of metal?
Pull out the chunk that we grabbed a couple of small pieces, and
Yep.
I'll hand that over to Kalor as well.
So Kaylor, it is this rainbow like metal. Like I was telling them, think of it as like you know how like if there's like gas or oil spilt on the top on like the surface of water, you
Yeah,
get like that rainbow look to
you
it.
get
So
that
like
reflection. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what the metal looks like. It has that same kind of look to it. My dog is deciding to stick his head in over here. It has that same kind of look to it. and that's what the metal looks like. And it is hard. It's a hard chunk of metal that he's got there. Probably about this.
And
I think we
and
said
I'm
it was
not
about what,
seeing
maybe a
this
little
before.
bigger than a golf ball, maybe a little bigger than that.
Yeah, Ember wanted to bring like a 300-pound piece with her. But
Yeah, everyone wanted to carry 300 pound
And have I seen this metal in this raw form before?
You
Have I
have
seen
not.
have I seen it in a shaped form before?
No, you have not. You've
Okay.
never seen like a rainbow metal.
This is very peculiar. But I've never seen this as well.
there's actually a mine of it directly below your city.
Do tell. No. Yeah.
You get to it through a tavern.
This place has many hidden secrets.
Okay, so after all that, we know nothing.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good.
a little bit longer, or about that time. Luca comes back out with the queen by her side. Luca's dressed in this dress. The queen is actually attempting to wear Luca's armor and such. She's dressed in it. Luca has got the crown on her head. And actually, Luca, give me a disguise check.
Ooh. Vorpal hates me. Oh my god.
So she looks like Luca in a dress, but you guess from a distance it'll probably do the job. I mean, it's
Just
from a
so I'm
long
aware,
distance.
how are we getting there? Are we taking horseback? We walking? We taking a carriage?
So you will be taking horseback out of the city. Your plan, Kaylor, is to go up the river by horseback through the forest until you get to the sawmill. There's a small camp, a sawmill camp, and you will be You'll be getting on a boat and heading up a river on the boat.
Okay.
And you're going to go up the river as far as you can go before it gets too small, and then you will be again on horseback headed west at that point towards the Elven village.
Got it. Well, this will have to do. We just have to make sure that we are addressing the Queen and Luca specifically. Apologies, my lady, but this is for your own good.
That is fine. That'll work fine. So they one of the knights comes out dragging some mounts behind them. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 horses and 2 wolves behind them. They will give mounts to everybody. They kind of look towards Bryn and Luca, who are the smaller of the people. And I'm sorry, we've ran out of horses for right now. Do you guys mind riding these wolves?
I'd love to ride a wolf.
Ugh,
it's an easy
so,
fire.
oh, and actually, Luca, I'm sorry. Actually, now that I think about it, the as the guy says that to her to you, the queen says, "Oh no, she will not be riding a wolf. The queen would not be riding a wolf." So the queen then waves her hands and says a couple of magical words, and poof, this phantom horse appears, and she will be riding this, and then the queen gets on top of the wolf.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So you have like this spectral, regal-looking horse that you will be riding on.
Okay. Perfect.
Phantom steed for the win.
Beautiful.
Are we ready to go? Luca,
Nice.
we are going to be heading through the hive. I wanted to make my way through the hive. And she'll take like her other pouch. There's like 2 pouches on her. One is where she put the tower. This other pouch, it's a large pouch and it is full of coins. Oh, here we go. We have
Yay.
she hands that to you and she's like, as we go through the hive, please dispense this to those that you feel are worthy of having some coin.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll take the pouch.
See if Ember makes her way in here a second. Maybe we can just handle this whole business with the queen really quickly and then head our way out. I'm dying to see what happens here.
I think there's going to be a lot of haggling.
You didn't even give us a chance to screw it up for her.
Well, if she
It was
wasn't,
tried.
almost there. It was
If she-
almost there. You're
yeah.
protecting her.
Well, if she wasn't going to be here today, you would have been able to do it. I would have let you just do what you wanted. I knew she was coming in soon, so. So yeah, so that will be the plan. We will go through the hive. We will go out the western side of the city and head up through the forest. So just as we go through the hive, please dispense the money as you see fit.
So hey, while we're waiting for Ember, I'm just looking, and I gotta say those trees look really awesome.
Oh yes, they do. Wait till you see when we get the bigger picture and we do a bigger view of them. But these trees are from Monster Fight Club. So these ones,
Right.
can I point to the right spot? Let's see, this one
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, those right there. Yep. So they are prototypes of the ones that they're just shipping now, but they're pretty awesome. Wait till you see a full tree when we pull the camera out a little bit for later.
Yeah, I actually got to play with those during the Kickstarter. He sent me a pack to play and demo, and yeah, I really like the fallen trees too, and the stone shapes that they have too. It's all pretty rad.
Yep. And you can kind of see on the right side of your picture over there. You can kind of see there's one of the fallen trees is right there actually.
Yeah. And a bush.
The color variation's awesome.
Yep. So those will be pretty cool. So I don't know if Ember is having an issue. We'll give it a moment. So we'll head out and we'll handle that as we can. So yeah, so you guys will start to you guys will mount up. You guys again come down to the Enlightenment, down the switchback to the collective. Oh, there we go. There's Ember. We can't hear you yet, Ember, but you're on.
How about now?
Yep.
Kind of.
All right, so,
Quietly.
Actually, I'm going to take my headphones off and then refresh real quick. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
You'll make your way through the city over to the hive, where you'll go through the hive again. And so the hive is a buzz. So as your little, yep, gotcha, Ember.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Better, worse?
Way
About
worse.
the yeah,
Same.
about same. So just speak louder.
Okay, cool. I'm going to put my headphones back in then, if it's the same.
And there's the hive is lined up the entire length of the bridge with just, it looks like everybody who's ever been in the hive is now here. Maybe some people who weren't in the hive, who aren't in the hive, are here. You do see some better dressed people here, which is kind of indicative of people not that don't live in the hive. And they are lined the streets and they're waiting for your movement through the streets. When you do get to the eastern edge of the bridge, which is the hive, a group of the barbarian guards wearing the purple armor and the fur cloaks, they meet you there and they kind of escort you down through the hive. What would you like? What are you going to do, Luca?
Sorry about that. I want to kind of keep an eye out for, I know she mentioned the coin that I have on me, handing that out. I know there's people who are in nicer garb there who, like you said, aren't normally there. I am not going to ignore them, but I'm not going to give them any coin.
Okay.
And if there's people approaching, especially if there's children approaching who appear to be a bit more on the lower end of the socioeconomic status, I will be handing them coin.
Okay. All right. And you so you will when you reach in the pouch and start to pull out coins, number one, you will notice that there's a lot more coins in here than you thought there should be in there. As if maybe this is a bag of holding. You do notice as you're pulling coins out, it is all gold pieces. And you'll also notice that the gold piece is what the queen is on. So she's actually handing out herself.
Oh.
So she is on the gold
Great
piece,
publicity.
her husband's on the platinum piece, and her children are on the silver and the copper piece. And so you are, yes, tossing gold coins out. You do notice everybody, so all the normal players here, so Ember, everybody, give me perception checks when you get a second.
Well, you guys will be happy to know that I am rolling with the rolling system on here because I don't have dice. So I'm actually doing this for the first time.
Yeah, Ember's traveling today, so she's in Florida.
If you guys actually look in the background, you can see all the cool stuff behind me.
Ooh, that is really cool.
So 19, that was Bryn.
14.
That was a 9. My phone. That's what I need.
Okay.
Sorry. I literally am the most ill-prepared traveler now. Perception. Oh, I got it managed on that. Sorry. Yeah, roll that again.
Oh yes, actually, Bryn, you have disadvantage. Yep, because of the sunlight.
Are we in the forest right now?
No, you're still in the hives. You're still it's still in the city. That's still good though.
17.
17. Okay, Bryn, what'd you get? We can't hear you, Dad.
Can't
We
hear
lost
you,
Dad.
Dad.
Sorry,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What'd you
I
get?
muted because I thought Ember was calling me.
That was not me.
Okay, it was the Texas number. I thought maybe it was you. 16 total.
Okay. So, you and Corbag, what did you didn't have close to that, did you? Did you have 15 or higher?
I had 14.
14. Okay. So the two of you, Bryn and Anamed, the Minotaur, as you're going through the hive, the two of you do in fact spot 7 in the crowd, kind of near the orphanage that you guys had spent some time near. He's out like on the stoop of the orphanage.
There's that little kid I hate so much. Let's slap him around.
And yeah, Luca, you will see that a bunch of the children do come running up through. The guards don't let them get too close to the group, but the kids run up, and you do notice, Luca, because you're supposed to be looking for children. You do notice Trant is there, as you know, one of the kids. If you and are you throwing coins out to the children as you said?
That was the gnome.
Yes.
Yes, he was the little gnome boy. Yes, correct. Trant. Yep.
Perfect. But yes, I'll throw a coin out to them.
Okay. So, needless to say, the rest of it goes by fine. You guys make it through the hive. It is a big thing. Like people are yelling and screaming. You know, oh my God, the queen! Like some of these people, have, by the way they're acting, have probably never seen the queen in person before. They've most certainly never seen a gold piece to know what the queen's face looks like. And of course, that now they think it's yours. But we'll ignore that part of it. And you do make it to the other side of the hive into the crush. You do make it up. So on right here, there's a kind of like a transport lift that goes up the 200-foot cliff that is worked by golems. So golems pull these chains. There's these two like iron golems that all they do is pull the chains and raise this lift 200 feet up in the air. You get up to the top of the cliff and you can go out the west side of the city.
Very cool. Where
you guys can then start making your way north towards the sawmill area. So something I like to do every once in a while, we're gonna go with this, and I'm gonna go again in the screen order that I can see. Luca, tell us some sort of difficulty the group might encounter in the woods.
Ooh.
As you're traveling.
We're traveling. Uneven terrain, especially on our new mounts.
Okay.
Perhaps?
So Calamar, you've come across this uneven terrain in the woods. How would you overcome this obstacle?
All right. So we're going through the woods. We're not going like on any kind of path.
No. You are. I mean, once you get past the city, the river's kind of always on your right, so you're on this embankment of the river.
Okay. So I look and I whoa. And I look and I say that the ground is treacherous ahead. What we must do at once, Bryn, Corbag, Kayla, hurry! We must find and gather as many rocks and fallen tree limbs and level the ground out. This way we can travel upon an even roadway. The queen must not be in danger of falling off her mount quickly. And I leap off and I start like grabbing rocks again, overly complicating things, and I start trying to trying to fill in the uneven areas.
I put my hands up as everyone else is kind of getting closer, and we let Calamar jump on the ground. That won't be necessary, Calamar. The forest is my natural terrain, so we are not impeded by difficult terrain as long as you stay close to me.
Huzzah!
Okay.
That is my favorite terrain.
That's okay. Good, perfect. All right, so you guys will travel for a little bit further. And Calamar, what is a difficulty you might come across in the forest?
Well, what happened was somebody, either we had some bad intel, or we just got a little bit off course, and maybe there were some strong rains or something. But we've come, and the area is particularly marshy and a bit of a quagmire.
Okay, Bryn, how would your group overcome this quagmire in front of you?
After watching Kaelor lead us through said difficult terrain, I would suggest that we follow his lead. He seems very accustomed to.
Yeah, but
To the
this is
woods around
marshy,
Riverbreak.
though, right? This is
I don't
swampy.
look. Let's be honest here. I have no clue who this Kaelor is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't trust this guy at all. Like, he didn't even introduce himself, which is even worse in my opinion. You know, he just walked up and acted like he owned the place. So fine. Let's see if he fails or succeeds. Go on, Kaelor. Yeah. Go on. Lead us,
There could be quicksand ahead.
But Anamad, you drank with him all night long last night.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is
obviously,
precisely why she doesn't remember.
Actually, yeah.
exactly why I don't remember.
Let's do that really, really quick. Actually, why doesn't somebody fill Ember in quickly? Luca, do you want to fill in Ember quickly?
Yes, definitely. So we, at the end of last session, you remember, we ended up going into the pool of water that the Duragar had led us to, essentially, when we were chasing them. Came up in, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, DM. The location
The Hollow.
The Hollow, thank you. We tried to follow the Duragar. Unfortunately, we lost sight of him at some point. Went back to the cross swords. To have that correct?
Cross blades.
Cross blades, thank you. Cross blades, thank you. And ended up meeting Kaelor, who was speaking with
Mr. Caldwell.
Mr. Caldwell at the time. So Kaelor is actually the person that we are assisting in transporting the queen. So he's been a long-term kind of a guard for her, and is familiar in leading us currently. But yeah, we drank with him all night and got sharp really drunk. And Calamar's back.
I like Calamar better. I do admit that. You know, I do like him a lot better. All right, just because we had a couple of drinks doesn't mean that we should trust this guy. He might be setting us up for all we know.
But as Bryn does kind of gesture towards Kaelor, well, the marsh is not my area of expertise. Just the deep forest is something that I am familiar with.
Well, I'm used to a maze, but you don't see me bragging about it. Calm down, Kaelor. All right.
So Bryn, what is your solution for this marshy area in front of you?
I guess if Kaelor doesn't want to take the lead, I can go ahead and try to lead us around the high levels if possible, and avoid the particularly deep spots.
All right, give me a survival check.
We could chop down trees and hew planks of wood and lay them down across, riding our steeds to safety.
14.
14. Okay, so you do manage to. He finds a way, like a path through this marshy area. At one point, Luca, you'll notice that your horse never actually touches the water. Your horse kind of goes right across the top of the water without ever actually touching it. So, Bryn, as you travel further through this forest, what is an obstacle you might encounter the party? What kind of obstacle might the party encounter?
For me in particular, an awful sunlight that is just completely blinding me 24/7.
Besides the sunlight, the group in general.
We're gonna run into some annoying rabbit squirrels.
Okay, so Korbog, how does the party overcome this pack of rabid squirrels that seem to be trouncing
Ride
through
like
the
the
trees?
wind. Ride like the wind away from them. Ride quickly, quickly.
Okay, you guys can try and kick the horses up a little bit and get a little extra speed going. And you do notice that after a little bit, the squirrels that are frothing at the mouth, their little mouths are frothing, and they're leaping from limb to limb, kind of trying to stay up with you guys, but they are no match for the speed of your horses.
Yeah, squirrels suck.
Squirrels.
Corbog, what is an obstacle you might encounter in the woods that you guys might find?
Very dense copse of trees, like thin pines that are also dark.
Okay, so
You're welcome,
Kaylor.
Bryn.
So, Kaylor, you've come across this very thick, dense section of the woods.
Okay.
What do you think that your group might do to get through this section?
Try to find an area of the woods that isn't quite as dense, so we can have more visibility.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Wah,
Wah, wah.
6.
Okay, so Kaylor. Well, actually, you know what? No, actually, give me advantage on that roll because you are a woods ranger. Give me advantage on that. Not even better. Okay, so Kaylor attempts to kind of guide you like kind of around and through through like a thinner part, and just manages to run you right into this really thick. It's even got like some massive thorns on it, like this wall of thorns kind of looking thing that
That's
even
embarrassing.
even he can't manage to get you past, and he delays the party by a little bit as he has to bring you back around and come back through the forest and go back around. So, Kaylor, give us an obstacle that the party might find.
A very large downed tree that's in our path.
Okay, so unnamed the Minotaur, what would the party do to overcome this massive tree that has fallen and is blocking what little path you might have through the forest?
Well, first off, I'm gonna look for bandits because that just sounds like a bandit trap if I've ever seen one in my life. How tall is this tree?
It's large, so it's probably 2-3 feet tall. It's a big massive tree.
I jumped my horse over it.
Oh, give me a riding check.
I don't have my dice. I just went to the free store. What is it here? Yeah. See, this is. What did I need? What is the checker?
Riding. So, are you proficient in riding horses?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you guys see that. So this massive tree is down in what little bit of a path you have. The Minotaur just decides, and here she is, where she's right here on this horse right here. She just decides, oh, I can jump that, and she urges her horse to go faster, and she heads towards this tree. And just as she gets almost to the tree, her horse stops dead, and she flies off the front of the horse and hits the tree.
Can I do an athletic check? Because the horse should be about like 4 foot. I would just fly over it.
Sure. Give me an athletics check. Let's see it.
I literally just reached for dice I don't have again. I'm sorry. Oh my god, these are terrible.
No.
I want to see the Minotaur javelin her head right into the ground.
So you fly off the back of the horse. You hit the tree, taking 1 point of damage because I rolled low as well, and your horn is kind of stuck in the tree a little bit. And you have to like wrench your head a little bit to pull this horn out of the tree.
Wait. Let us assist you.
I am laughing my butt off.
I thought I was gonna Willy Wonka out of this, guys, and it just didn't happen.
Question, DM.
Yes.
How far is the Minotaur from me?
Probably only like 20 feet or so. She isn't far.
Would I be able to cast Hold Person on her to keep her from hitting the tree?
No. You'd freeze her and she'd probably break her neck when she hits the tree.
Worth a shot.
So you guys can eventually work your way around the tree. And then last obstacle to overcome, Ember. What would be an obstacle that your party might come across that you'd have to overcome?
A minotaur with their horns stuck in a tree.
Or stuck in a tree.
Feet kicking wildly.
What has already been said? Because I kind of caught the tail end of thick brush, a swamp. What else?
That's pretty good. That's most of it. Pretty
Rabbit
much, yeah.
squirrels.
Random squirrels.
rabbit
squirrels.
Rabbit.
Rabbit squirrels.
In a
I
down tree.
mean, like, I'm pretty sure this down tree is there because there is totally a bandit party waiting to ambush us. And they may or may not be dead already from the wildlife getting at them.
Okay, Luca. So Luca, Ember, unnamed Minotaur comes up with a very wise thing. Maybe there is a bandit group around here. What would the party do to circumvent this bandit group so that they don't slow down your travel?
Oh, well, first and foremost, I would want to, during the travels, kind of keeping an eye on the queen, since she looks like me, but she's still, acting as guard. As her safety is still of the utmost importance. I would suggest that that's a very good concern, and see if maybe our stealthier party members are willing to dismount temporarily and check our immediate vicinity. If there's any footprints, indications of traps that are coming up, that they might be able to identify.
Okay.
Art, before you move on, I just want to say I want to be within 5 feet of the actual queen.
Okay.
Since I have my
Wait,
protection.
hold on, guys. Hold on. See, you guys failed to mention the queen was with us in all of this.
Important detail.
Update. Yeah, that's extremely important. Right?
Oh, and Luca.
Yes. Calamar came up with a really good idea that we decided to take on of using me as the decoy currently. So I'm dressed as the queen, and the queen is currently in my garb.
Man, I must have drank way too much last night. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember any of this.
You did quaff a horn or two of ale.
I like this guy. I don't like the other one. He's a little too serious for my taste. Cool. I can stealth in if you guys want.
So Brennan, unnamed, give me stealth checks.
All right.
I'm also proficient in stealth too, if you need.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Give me a stealth check. Oh, yeah. I forgot you're a.
Mine is 20. Why can't I do math? 22. Sorry.
Okay.
21.
21. Kayla.
19.
Okay, so you guys easily managed to stealth into the woods around here and take some looks around, and you do in fact notice there was actually a like an ambush party here, but they are dead. They are lying on the ground. There are like four bodies on the ground dead.
How did they die?
Yeah.
So give me a medicine check, Calamar.
I'm gonna say by the queen. So I'll.
Okay, so
just,
give me a medicine check. There you go.
Does that count?
There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff. Bryn's rolling solid as usual. So you start to look over the bodies, Kaylor and unnamed, and you notice that there are these tiny little bite marks all over their body, as if maybe some rabid squirrels got to them and killed them before you got here.
They should have rode faster.
And you guys can mount up and easily head back up the path, and you arrive at the sawmill where you will board the boat, and then you will head up the river. The travel up the river is a few hours up the river, because you're going against the tide and everything, or going against the current as well. So you guys managed to travel until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, in which the boat comes up and they pull to the right side of the river and they drop anchor and they drop down some planks. They say that they can't go any further north. They will not be able to make it through the river. It's getting too shallow up here. And so this is where you will dismount and come off the boat, and we'll put you on the map after we come back after our short little break. So first, Bryn, what is our giveaway today?
Oh, today we have a pretty sweet Hero Forge gift certificate. So we're doing $100 toward Hero Forge. They just closed the campaign on the color minis. So you have a $100 gift certificate you can use to anything you want, which could get you 3 full color minis. No, they're 40 each.
So yeah,
Anyway, lots of cool stuff.
Yep. So we're going to be doing. We'll do our giveaway. We'll start it now at our break, and then we will finish it at the end. Our hashtag is what, James? Or not hashtag? Our exclamation point.
Bang raffle.
Bang raffle. So if everybody who's watching does a bang raffle, you'll be entered into the sweepstakes, and then at the end we will give away our gift certificate. Which I did talk to the Hero Forge guys. You can in fact save it for the few months until the color stuff comes out if you want to get some sweet color like minis with it. So everybody hang on tight, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, everybody, we're back after our break. Just kind of ease us back in this. I want to show you guys something quick. If you see that nice big orange and yellow tree on the side there, so these are from Monster Fight Club. These are pretty cool trees. And we want to show you the one thing about them that makes them extra cool is you can take the canopy of the tree right off the top of it as James reaches in, and you see they become trees without leaves on them. So they're pretty cool. We're digging them, and they make a nice forest. There's the canopy there. I suppose you could use the canopies as just big old bushes too if you really needed to. Have them off on the side. So those are Monster Fight Club trees. They're pretty awesome. They come in a variety of colors, so that's pretty great. All right, so the party. You have traveled up the river. You've come back. You've gotten back on your horses. You've come off. You're up here, and Kaylor has actually said that this would be a good place to make camp for the evening.
I did say that.
So let's make camp.
Okay. As you see, we have a little bit of a camp set up here.
Let's find the most defensible spot for the queen, and again, I'll stay very close.
The queen's actually so if James can kind of point us around here and show all the minis off, you can see there's the queen. So she's actually backed by one of the Monster Fight Club rocks. Actually, that big gray rock is from Monster Fight Club as well. She's back there. Kaylor's next to her. That's the ranger with the bow. That's Kaylor's mini. And then of course the rest of the party. There's Bryn. There's Luca and Sir Calamar painted finally. I finally got him painted.
Awesome.
Namid. And then Korbog's back over to the left. There you go. There's Korbog right there.
I just got that joke, by the way.
Namid?
Good job.
A little slow. Sorry.
So is there this rock over here on the far right?
Yes.
Is that a good spot for me to get some elevation and get some eyes out on the forest around us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can definitely get over in that area, and you can be up on there and kind of be keeping a lookout. It's like I said, you guys get up here like by the time you get off the boat and across the bridge and up here and get camp set up, you're probably looking at like 5:30 in the evening. People can start. You could start the queen. Again, she does a little bit of hobbita poof kind of stuff, and things just kind of start moving around the camp and setting up a camp with you don't see a person, but something is doing something. We're rolling out bedrolls and gathering sticks into a spot, and a fire starts up, and some various things happen as a camp begins to get set up. So you can be keeping an eye out in the woods, Bryn, if you want to. Yes, Namid, what?
I just wanted to climb that tree, and that's where I'm sleeping for the night.
Up in the tree. Which one? The orange tree? The big orange canopy tree? Yep. Okay.
The big one.
Okay. All right. So you can be up in the tree if you'd like.
Sorry, I'm just looking up something because I actually don't think I sleep. I think I'm just in a stupor because of my class, so I can keep watch all night, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm just making sure.
That. If I remember right, we've both got the trance sleep capability.
Okay. Yeah, I was just making sure. Yeah, it was from a class ability that I.
Yeah, I can look on D&D Beyond as well.
Yeah, it's part of that fallen
Yep.
class.
Yep, the Fallen.
I
archetype.
remember seeing something like that. That it's like it's basically because I'm undead. Like I was
Right.
brought back. I don't sleep or something like that.
Look up under features and traits is probably where it is.
Sorry, it's loading. But
I
yes.
also have the trans feed.
Yes, revived nature, Ember. You do not
Yes.
need to sleep. When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 4 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this, you are semi-conscious and can hear as normal.
Yep. So I'll keep watch.
And all of you, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit long rest on the D&D Beyond character sheet, so you know that you've had your rest overnight at the Crossed Blades. So yeah, so you guys get camped. The camp starts to get set up around you. Ember makes it. The Minotaur makes it up in the tree. Bryn is checking out on some rocks.
Kayla, are you going to keep watch too?
Yes, I will.
And Kayla's going to keep watch as well. So oh yeah, because the three of you don't have to quote sleep, right? You're all just in a semi-conscious state. So as the night falls and it gets dark, as we know, that comes into part of the problem for you guys because not all of you can see in the dark.
Yep.
You do have so Ember, you can't see in the dark, but you do have the campfire light and stuff around you anyway. Probably about midnight or close to midnight, probably 5 of midnight or so. Those of you who are awake and in your somewhat of a stupor, give me perception checks.
Do I get advantage because of my 120 feet of dark vision?
No. But you don't have disadvantage.
I have a 19 plus 5, 24.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So
11.
11. Okay. So you'll even notice part of it, Kaylor. So at about 5 of midnight, it gets really cold. Even though it's already dark, but it starts to get really kind of hazy. Bryn and Namid, you recognize this feeling? It feels almost like when you were in the sewers.
Sewers.
Luca, you are startled awake as your wrist feels like something has just bitten you on the wrist.
Oh, okay, this again.
And you wake up and you realize it is in fact your bracelet has started to hum again, and a fog begins to roll in and kind of work its way through the general area.
I would like to alert the party, wake up and say, hey, we need to move. So grab what you can and let's go and continue on. Because I think we should stay ahead of this fog. I've seen the movie. There's like crazy undead pirates in there. We don't want to mess with that, so let's go. You know?
As you're kind of alerting the party to like get up and that sort of thing, you will notice that the fog has and totally encompassed the whole area at this point. And
have you seen this?
What's our visibility like in terms of like how far can we see?
It's a very low rolling fog, so it's not really it only hampers you a bit. So you can still see those of you who have dark vision, you have about half your dark vision.
I'll pop the lights boop, 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 and bring them probably south. Whatever the direction into the forest that would give the best advantage for the
I'll grab
the non-night seers.
Yeah, let me see. I'll grab your Where's my Whiz Kids Dancing Lights mini? It's in here somewhere. Okay, what are the rest of you doing while that's happening?
I'm gonna stand near the queen.
Got the dancing lights
real
mini?
queen.
Yeah, same. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
We need to keep Luca next to the real queen.
Oh, Thad you were gonna put that like down in the middle down there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's
We have
good.
to draw attention toward
Yep.
Luca, not the queen.
But
So I'll
if
go
you
over
guys
near
all,
her.
yeah, if you guys all huddle together, then it's not an issue.
And
Yeah.
at that point, everybody can give me an initiative roll.
Okay, Vorpal, don't hate me, please.
Come on.
This
Let's
is
see.
BS.
Okay, Luca, what'd you get?
I got 11.
Bryn,
18.
Corbog,
9.
Namid,
13.
Sir Calamar.
Did I roll yet?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Yeah, you got a 15.
Oh, so I got a 14.
Give a -1 initiative bonus. Nice.
I got a dirty
Kaylor.
20.
He's not very
20.
fast, but he makes us laugh. You know, that's all we need.
You have +6, Chris?
I do.
Damn.
All right. So this fog rolls in. You get this odd feeling again that all of you remember, except Kaylor, you don't remember it from the sewers. But this odd feeling, like this darkness. It's almost kind of weighing on your soul. It's like depressing. Like you get this, just this, horrible feeling about it, about the general area, which you didn't have, a mere 5 minutes ago. And coming from up below where you guys originally came from, let's pull the camera back a little bit. We can see a little more of the area. You can just put them right down at that bottom. You can put them in front of those. Yeah, there you go. Are these gray orcs? So they look like the orcs you guys are used to seeing. These would be behind them. Similar to the orcs that you guys have seen, in the world in the general, but these are these gray, ashy looking orcs. So they're not the same kind of orcs. They're definitely not your typical average orcs that you've seen before. So,
You're right.
Kaylor. Oh, yep. What was that?
I said you're right. They all look like Fred Flintstone. So.
Kind of. Kaylor, it is your turn.
Looks like World of Warcraft here.
Yeah. Man. I don't like going first. Let's see. Where am I at? You said I'm in the green, right?
Yes, that guy right there. You're pointing right now.
What's the distance between there and this first one?
So that first one, you're probably looking at about 60 feet.
60 feet.
No, maybe about 40 feet. 40 feet.
40 feet. I can do 40 feet. So I'm going to. This is dumb. I'm gonna go up, charge them with my full movement of 40 feet. I'm going to make my first Dread Ambusher attack.
Okay. You're gonna go right up to the first guy in the front. There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do my 3 attacks. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna do my first attack.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can I roll real die, or do I have to do Vorpal?
No, you can roll real dice, whatever you want.
17 hit.
17 does hit. Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. D6. That's 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus it's 12 points of with my short sword slashing damage, I believe.
Okay.
Piercing damage. Okay.
Yep. So you go up and you slash into this guy with your 12 and you can see in the dark, right? You have dark.
Yeah,
vision.
I have 90 feet dark vision.
I thought so. Yep. So you're seeing okay here, and you go up and give him a slash for 12 points of damage.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my second attack.
Okay.
Oh, that's not gonna hit. 9 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do my final attack.
Come on.
9 plus 7. Math hard. 16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so that's just the 1d6. That's 4. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. He's still standing? Okay, so you manage to work your way up. You slash at this guy, and he takes a couple hits. And then Bryn, do you have any other actions? We bonus or
No,
any bonus? Okay,
that
Bryn,
was
it's
it.
your turn, Bryn.
All right, so I was already up on top of this rock cluster.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, we'll put him. Yeah, on the rock cluster.
yeah, just
on the right there.
somewhere near.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Like to bonus action hide.
Okay, give me a hide check.
20, dirty.
Okay.
And then, are there any? Do these guys all look the same? Does anybody look like they're super nasty?
There are a couple in the back. If you look way in the back there, you see one back there. There's actually
Kind
three
of like
of them.
a orc chieftain.
There's a couple of larger orcs in the back. We'll see. Yeah, put them off to the side a little bit so they're see that. Get them on camera here.
Whoever looks like a big nasty within range of my bow that I can see, so I can.
So there's three of them there. There's those three right there. Which one do you want?
I'll go for the one standing on top of the rock formation because
Okay.
he looks like he's leading the party.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and. So if I'm hiding, I have advantage, correct?
Correct.
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Nice.
Beautiful. Assassinate.
Yipper.
Sweet. All right, so 3d6. Awesome. 6, 18, 24, 29 damage.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. It's a solid strike to him. And then he strikes him in the shoulder. He kind of jolts back a little bit. He's looking around like, where the heck did that come from? But he's still standing.
Okay.
Sir Calamar.
All right. Well, that guy still hasn't gone yet, so I will use Commander's Strike for Bryn and say, again! So you can make an attack, and if you hit, you get your sneak attack.
Awesome.
And he gets the crit as well because the creature still hasn't moved yet.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Which would have been a crit anyway. However, it's a natural 20, so let's give away a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Bam,
So-
bam, bam, bam.
So let's do what are we doing? Hashtag what? Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. He's
Oh,
we're
we gotta
we're
reset it because
checking.
we didn't do it first half.
We might have
Yeah.
broken it, yeah.
Oh.
But we have a digital copy from D&D Beyond of the Eberron Last War book to give away.
Oh.
Sweet. 13, 18, 36 points of damage.
Dang.
Thank you, Calamar. Come on. Come on. That's 50.
That's more than 50.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay. We have to oh, we broke it. We did. So let's do this. We'll do it right after we do the other one at the end. Okay, so so hang on there, folks. Whoever's watching, hang in. We'll do the second raffle after this raffle at the end. There's a limitation. We can only do one of them at a time. So Bryn, so your first arrow strikes, then Calamar is like, strike him again, and you fire off another arrow which zips right at him, hits him with a natural 20, and you put it right between his eyes, and he has fallen backwards.
All right.
Oh,
Awesome.
He is perished.
Big nasty.
I'm just staying close to the queen, readying a reaction to save her if need be. So I'm good.
Take him right off. Okay, good. Next is going to be Named the Minotaur.
okay, so I want to use my bonus action to hide in shadows.
Okay. You're going to go ahead and give me a bonus action hide.
Cool. So that'll be +8, so 22.
Okay.
And then this is what I want to do. I want to take my ball bearings.
Yep.
And I want to soak them in my crawler's mucus. And that's all I'm doing this turn.
Okay. All right.
Fellas, it's all ball bearings these days.
All ball bearings. Luca, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to, since I'm dressed as the queen currently, I'm going to continue standing next to her.
Okay.
But I will ready an action if anyone comes within melee distance. I'm going to take an unarmed strike against them.
Okay, so let's actually move you. We'll move your piece over actually next to the queen.
Perfect.
The queen is right back there. You can see her in the purple dress
You
and the
should-
crown.
You should probably switch.
Yeah, we could
like,
switch the minis
positioning on
around.
that?
Yeah, we could. We could
No,
switch the
switch the positioning for you, sorry,
Mhm.
Luca. Just because I feel
Okay.
like you should not be defending the person that's the decoy,
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean by that.
but maybe
So technically she'd be in front of me.
or you should be side by side.
I'll just stand next to her
There
side
you
by
go.
side.
Good. There you
Yeah,
go. That's good.
you don't want to ruin this. We got to be subtle.
Yes.
And then you're readying an action, right?
Yes.
So last but certainly not least, Korbog.
I'm gonna move to here.
To where? I'm sorry.
Is my pointer showing?
Yep.
Red pointer.
I see it way off to the right for some reason.
That's weird.
Okay, so up next to where Ember is? Up next to where the Minotaur
Yes.
is? Yep.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm in the tree though. I never came down. I just
Oh,
alerted
that's
the
right.
party.
Yeah, that's right. You're up in the tree. That's right. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. Gotcha. And what are you
Wait a
doing?
minute,
What's going on?
how far can I move though? I'm not sure.
That would be probably about your about a move from where you were. So you can move again if you wanted to use your action to dash.
Is there a drop here?
There is a slight drop there. You'll have to make a check. Or you can hop on that rock and then hop down off the rock right there.
I'm gonna hop on the rock.
Okay. So you're gonna dash as an action to get down in there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
so
gonna.
you can get right down into melee with that guy.
And during that movement, I will have my pick and my shield out.
Okay. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Did you have a magic weapon, by the way?
I do.
Okay. Who does not have a magic weapon at this point?
I don't.
Luca. Okay.
And mine's sorta, but
Right.
mine, yeah.
So we did a quick during the break. Ember did in fact hand the bones and the weapon over to Quell of the Crimson Knight. And she did it. Luca, what do you use for a weapon?
I have a quarterstaff.
Okay, so she in fact handed back after you handed the pommel of the energy sword to her. She handed you back a quarterstaff +1 in exchange for bringing back the sword.
Awesome. Is it safe to say that the queen is currently holding that as she is in my garb?
Nope. She has
Oh,
She
okay.
she made sure you had your weapon. She'll have
Okay.
she'll have your old quarterstaff in her hand.
Awesome.
So
Sounds
just so
good.
you have that. So so Korbog, I just wanted to check 'cause if you didn't have one, she was going to give one to you. So that's why I wanted to make sure what you had for a weapon.
Question, Art, would it be possible to get my magical shovel that I've been searching long and far for?
Maybe at some point in
Right.
time, yes. Yeah, magical shovel.
At some point in time.
Fine. All right.
Okay. Do you have anything else, Korbog, you're doing?
Not this turn.
Okay. So that would be the end of the turn. So back to the top of the round. That gray, dark feeling goes away. The fog clears, and up above you, in the middle, this ball-like tentacled creature appears. You do notice as well, all the orcs now seem to have become shadows of their former selves, almost like they've turned ghostly when this creature appeared. And also, on the stones around, you can see those monster fight stones, all those light gray stones. James is about to put on them. Rune stones have appeared on the stones. Oh, James, hang on. James is dropping the runes.
Laugh it up, laugh it up.
Laugh it up, he says. So these runes have appeared. All of you make perception checks.
Not that you can crit with a, but I did, so I have a 23.
Okay.
Mine is. Sorry, I'm in equipment right
14.
now. Perception. I know I have advantage. 19 plus 7. 26.
Okay. Who got the lowest? 16. Chris, what'd you get?
I
24.
got a set.
I got a 14.
I got 7.
Okay. So pretty much every other than Korbog. So Korbog was he must be focused on this fact that this orc that was standing right in front of him is now kind of turned into this ghost of an orc. The rest of you notice that on those 4 rocks, if you want to, can you go to the one on the right, James? There you go. Or there. This rune stone appears. It is in fact glowing, and the rune is that same symbol that you guys were chasing on the handkerchiefs.
These assassins ain't loyal.
And
Man,
they were
let me
and
tell
they are glowing. And this creature has appeared, and it actually gets an action because it rolled higher than everybody.
you.
I
So
hope it's not what it looked.
it is. No, it's not. I didn't have an appropriate mini.
All right.
The Roper mini was the best I had. I really
All right.
wish I had. So it kind of waves its tentacles around, and up out of the ground, tentacles appear next to Sir Calamar and Korbog. You'll each be attacked by a tentacle. Let's see. Sir Calamar, I assume a 26 hits. Korbog a 22 hits. Yes.
Just miss me.
Okay. So both of you take 10 points of damage as these tentacles come up out of the ground and bash you.
I don't like that.
And now it is who's top of the order? Kalor, your turn.
Oh, the orcs aren't going? They're just standing there?
The orcs are just standing there.
Well, that doesn't make me comfortable at all.
Smash those rocks, yo.
And the ruins are on the outside of the rocks, right? Not on the top.
Correct. Yep, they're on the outside of the rocks.
I'm going to run back the way I came and jump on top of the rock
Okay.
right here,
Yep.
probably invoking an attack of opportunity.
No opportunity attack is made.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark the giant creature in the top, and then
Okay,
take 2
so
shots with my longbow.
Hang on, let's get our Hunter's Mark here. I have one, I'm pretty sure. Hunter's Mark, here we go. Get our chest and trove marker, put on the big guy. Hang it over one of his tentacles. There we go. He is Hunter's marked.
All right. Ooh, natural 17, 24 to hit.
24 to hit is a hit.
Okay.
You're on the big guy, I assume. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, 8, 4, 12 points of piercing damage.
Is that with the Hunter's Mark damage?
Oh, nope. See? I'm a noob.
Noob.
With another 3.
So 15 damage. Okay,
Yeah.
so you do notice that your arrow strikes him, and it does not do as much damage as you would like it to do, but it does damage him.
Uncomfortable. Second attack.
And actually, note for a second, when you do that, when you strike him with that arrow, all 4 of those runes glow a little bit more. They pulse with like a glow. You can make your second attack if you'd like.
I'm gonna shoot the rune right over here. When I see them glow like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is a 22 to hit.
That's going to be a hit.
Okay, and that's just the D7 plus 4 math. 11 points of piercing.
Okay. So you fire your arrow into the rune, and when you do hit it with the arrow, it does glow like a flash glows. However, the rune is still there.
Okay. Ends my turn.
Okay. Bryn.
Okay. So after watching Kalor do this, I need to read hide from last round, so I'll go bonus action hide again.
Okay, good. Give me a roll. Okay.
16. I'll take another shot. I'll take a shot at the big nasty tentacle boy.
Okay. Let me see. You
20 to hit.
hang on one second. Let me see. You do not have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay. So 20 to hit.
20 to hit is in fact a hit.
So do I still get sneak attack though? Because I'm not
Yes.
hidden now.
Oh, actually, no, you
I
don't.
do not.
You don't, and you don't because you don't have any allies in melee with it either.
I don't
so-
get sneak attack damage because I wasn't hidden.
correct.
Okay.
So
So
regular
1d6.
damage. Yep.
Come on. Come on. Oh, that's awful. 6 damage. I go from doing 36 to 6. Not right.
That sounds wonderful to me.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the party, man.
We lost Dan for a second. And then so Brynna, do you have anything else?
No, I'm going to stay perched up on that rock.
Okay. Unnomed the Minotaur, it's your turn.
All right.
Uh-oh.
All right. So when we built these characters, you said that we could have any non-magical item that's in the player's handbook that was common. Am I right?
Sure. What do you
Cool.
have?
So I want to take this bomb that I got and I want to throw it at this rock right here. Sorry, I'm pointing again. Sorry. I want to throw it at this rock to try and destroy that rune stone.
Okay, so what do you so what's the explosive device that you're using?
Oh, it's actually a bomb. It's in the player's handbook.
There are no bombs in the player's handbook.
I want you to see because I will. It's on there. I can't. There we go. It's in the player's handbook.
It's called
There.
bomb.
No bombs. You do not have a
It's called
bomb.
bomb. I've had this in the. All right. It's in the player's handbook and it's on the D&D Beyond site.
You could have a
Oh, you can't see art.
what's
Wait,
the
someone
flame?
just
What's
said
the
they
flame?
can't see you.
Hey,
Oh, you
Dan,
can't see
hit
me? Dan's
refresh.
missed for something. I don't know where Dan is.
Dan,
Alchemist
Dan
Fire,
can't see
Ember.
you, but
You can have
we can.
Alchemist Fire.
Cool.
Ember.
Close enough. Anyway, I'm trying to blow up that rock.
There he is.
Okay.
That's
There you go. Okay, so you can throw your Alchemist Fire at that rock. Give me an attack roll, Ember. Bombs. How are you with bombs?
it's in the handbook.
Bombs around. Get out of here with bombs. Are you crazy?
It's a
I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm,
It's a
all
little
right.
better.
That's a
That's a
lot.
solid hit. That's a solid hit.
Cool.
So you throw this throw this Alchemist Fire and it hits the rune. Give me some damage. Die 8.
Die 8.
Die 8 fire damage.
You know what's bad is that I keep looking for my Ooh, I'll take it.
So 6. Okay. You've dropped this fire on there. It is burning. I don't know if I have a little fire thing to put over there. There, yes, I do. Let's use this. This fire has erupted near the rune, burning the rune. It'll burn for a couple rounds, doing some damage. It does not actually obscure the rune, though, so you can still see it. Sir Calamar.
all right. Well, I'm going to first second wind. Son of a bitch. All right.
How many points did you get back?
5.
So you rolled a 1. All right, that's what I wanted to know.
So, and then on top of that, I am going to, again, stay close to the queen, and I want to defend her. So if anything goes to attack her, you know what? I've got to use my reaction. I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay, so you're going to move over next to where the queen is and just be ready to protect her.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sir Calamar, yep, down right there. There you go. Okay. All right. And Luca.
I'm gonna have to maintain where I'm at right now to keep up the facade. Again, ready in action if anything comes within melee range.
Okay.
I'm going to take an attack against it with the quarterstaff that I now have.
All right. Korbog, your turn.
I step over to the runestone under Kalor.
Okay. You also notice
And-
that you do not get an opportunity attack upon you.
I smite it with my war pick.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah.
22.
That's a hit.
Okay. I am going to smite it.
Okay.
So
Come on.
for 20 damage.
You know,
That
that's
is-
less than when you slapped that guy the one time.
Look.
Yeah, way back in E1.
Way back up to
Yeah.
one.
Well, he was trying to make a point. You know,
Okay.
this is business.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So you strike this rune. There is a flash as the rune cracks dead in half and is like destroyed. All the runes flash from it. The flying tentacle monster actually gets lower in the sky as this rune breaks. Will adjust his
There was a
axe
DM
and
trick.
shield. Will adjust his axe and shield flying base here.
Hey, it was effective.
Yeah. Do it again.
So
It was
20
actually-
damage to kill him.
It was actually 21 damage, but
Oh, then it doesn't break. I'm sorry. I needed 20 exactly.
it went back around to not
It
being
went back
broken.
around. Right. It's got one.
Yeah, no more, no less.
So now the guy he's not flying quite as high as he was. This tentacle ball monster, and this rune has been destroyed. Top of the round. So,
Hold on 1 second.
oh yep, go ahead.
Let's see. 1 second. Where is it? I'm gonna also put an oath of enmity on him.
Enemy?
On the tentacle monster.
Yes, a vow of enmity.
Okay, so we're gonna put your standard chest and trove condition marker on it.
I say, yes, come down so I can smite you.
There it is, our standard condition marker from Chest and Trove, stating that he is in some trouble. Okay, so
You'd
the
hope
next
so.
turn, switches. Again, it gets cold and dark again. The fog mysteriously appears again. Luca, you take 2 points of damage from this burning on your wrist as this quick switch back over. The tentacle flying monster has now turned into a ghost-like figure, and all the orcs are now back in their whole fleshy bodies. And they get to go first, actually. They go before. So they're going to, you can make pretty much all of them, make 2 of them move up to Korbog, and the rest of them are going to rush past and try and get up to where like the queen is and stuff. So they'll take their full movements and be climbing up there. And
Oh boy.
Korbog,
It's all right, guys. I got an idea.
Korbog, oh boy.
You can always tell it's either I have an idea or hear me out. Like, we're gonna get something good.
You know me too well. You know me too well. We're about to have some fun.
Korbog, as these things get up close to you, you almost feel as if like there's this aura emanating off of them that just makes you feel kind of like sluggish. Like maybe you won't move as fast if you start your turn near them. Like it just kind of like your body just feels like it's weaker, like it's just not doing as well as you would like it to do.
Okay.
So the
Aura
two that
in
run up,
effect.
the 2 that move up next to you make their attacks, and I do not think either one of them is going to be good enough to hit you. The first
Sounds
one,
great to me.
yeah, the first one is a 17
Nope.
and a 12.
Negative.
So the two of them swing. The 12 bounces off your armor. The 17 bounces off your shield as they're swinging these rock axes at you that do not seem to be doing anything at all. The two that have moved up next to the dancing lights, take some swipes at the dancing lights, thinking that they might be some sort of creature, and of course they're not. So they don't do anything there. And it is now Kalor's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my full movement to get right next to the real queen, right
Okay.
about there.
Yepper.
I'm going to move my hunter's mark to this orc right here.
Okay, move the hunter's
My
mark to the
bonus
guy
action,
in
and
the
I'm going
front.
to take.
No, the
then
other
I'm
one
gonna
to the right.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 2 shots on him.
Okay.
Use Vorpal.
Hunter's mark. Condition has been moved.
Nice.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, 7 for 13 points of. Oop, hang on. 13. Ooh, plus 6. So 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay, he's still standing.
First attack, second attack. 18 to hit.
That's gonna be a hit.
6 for 10 plus 3. 13 points of piercing for my
And
second.
that is enough to kill him. So the second arrow drives into his chest, thanks to your hunter's mark, and he drops to the ground. We'll just take him off the board. Where you can move your hunter's mark again later. Anything else out of you this turn? I think that's enough, right?
Yeah, that's enough.
It's enough out of you.
That's enough
Bryn,
out
it's your turn.
Are those runes still glowing?
They are. Oh no, they are not actually glowing. Now they are not glowing. They're still there though, but they're not glowing.
And there were 4 total or 3?
There were 4. There are currently 3.
All right. And the one right by Korbog is the one that's
Destroyed.
broken.
Correct.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll take a shot at here I am pointing with my hand. I'll take a shot at the one that's right.
Yep, the one right up there.
You know what? Actually, no. I'll let Bree take care of that one. I'll take a shot at one in the back row.
Okay, that guy way back there. All right.
Yep. Well, bonus action hide first.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I was gonna laugh if you actually forgot to hide.
16.
Okay. You can get your advantage and your critical damage if you, or no, not critical. Sneak attack.
All right, sweet. 21.
That's a hit. Yep, hit.
Nine plus 5, 14 damage.
Okay. Arrow hits him, wounding him. Anything else out of you?
Nope.
Okay, Sir Calamar.
All right, let me see. It looks like. Hey, hang on. There's that guy right straight ahead of me.
Yep, sure is.
It doesn't look like there's another foe close to the queen.
Not as of yet, correct.
All right, so I'm going to step up. I'm going to step up, and I'm going to smite him. Not with any spell power of smite, just with the very power of my hand. I draw my so my sword is out, and I say, "Foul creature, this attack is ill done." And I swing, and that's a 19 on the die.
That's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
So that maximum damage. So I slash him for 12 points.
Okay.
Chastise him, and if he doesn't go down,
he does not.
I will action surge. Not action surge. I will use my action surge, and I will strike again. A 17 on the die.
Hit.
Oh, all right, and that is 9 points of damage.
He's still standing.
And I say, run far, lest my blade cut your legs out from under you. You fecund orc. Now, I'm just saying fecund because that was part of the description in the original monster manual for orcs. They're fecund.
Do you know what that
Unnamed.
means, Dan?
Does it mean like they proliferate? Right? No.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Unnamed. It's your turn.
All right. So I've been sitting on this for a little while. So I've had some time to think this over. All right. So I want you guys to hear me out here. All right. Who is right after me in initiative? Is it Luca?
Yes.
Cool. Well, dang it. So here we go. So I have 1,000 ball bearings. In this crawler mucus, right? I want to use half of them to kind of make a barrier right here because it's on skin contact, right? So I'm assuming they're orcs, they're primitive, they don't have feet. I'm sorry, they don't have shoes on, not feet. That'd be cool if they didn't have feet too, but that's kind of where I'm going. So I kind of want to make this barrier here with 500. Then I'm going to take my movement action to dive here and then hide in this tiny little shrub.
So that's about a 20-foot jump, which I don't think you're gonna. You can try.
Well, my movement's 30 feet.
Yeah, but you got to jump.
But I have the athlete feet, so I don't have the. Sorry, let me find it.
Yep.
I took the athlete feet, so I can jump at the same movement.
Right. Hang on, let me see. Feats.
I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got it. I'm on you. Climbing doesn't cost extra movement. You can make a running long jump or a running high jump after moving only 5 feet rather than 10. So you still need a little bit of movement to jump it. So we could say that there's a branch. So you can try and make the jump. You have to make your roll though.
Cool.
So give me an athletics check.
All right. Here we go.
Come on.
Don't do me dirty, Vorpal.
I wish I could modify the die right now.
14.
Okay, so 14. So we'll say. Okay, so yeah, you can make the jump over to that tree.
Bonus action hide.
Okay.
So we have a slimy,
So-
sticky barrier of what again?
26.
Ball bearings and the crawler mucus.
So basically, it has to come in contact with your skin. It's a DC 13 save, or else you're paralyzed for 1 minute. But after every round, they get a save as well.
Okay, we'll see what happens there. Luca, it's your turn.
Okay, I am
I cry
going
out.
to maintain. Oh, what?
Be careful, my queen. I say to you.
Oh, right, me. I'm gonna stand there. Still,
The queen would walk up and whack somebody with a stick, I think.
totally. The queen's a bamf. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. But
Why not?
I'll try to appear somewhat scared. And I'll ready an action quarterstaff if anyone comes within melee range.
Okay. Korbog, it's your turn.
I move past these orcs
Okay.
to this runestone.
Okay, so you're gonna provoke opportunity attacks.
Yep.
One of them is gonna connect. One of them got a 23.
Okay.
So take 9 points of damage from the axe, and you take 2
Okay.
points of necrotic damage as you now notice that their axe have like this blackness like dripping off of their axe.
Okay.
Okay, you move up to that with that one over there. Go ahead. What
I
do
swing
you?
at it. I swing at it.
Take your shot.
That's only a 9.
That is a hit.
Then I'm gonna smite it.
Doesn't have much for the dexterity there,
Yeah.
rune on a stone.
He almost missed, though.
It came close.
Uh, 22.
22 damage, and that one also shatters. Boom, that one shatters. You see, again, all the other 2 runes flash a light, and the creature comes down a little bit lower to the ground again. We'll adjust.
How's the
him.
one that's on fire doing, Art?
It's going to take damage again. I'm going to have Ember roll it on. Oh, actually, Ember, you can roll it now.
Cool. D8, right?
Diet, yep.
Well, good news, guys. I'm nickel and diming that SMB.
And the fire is getting lower. You think you only got about one more round out of that before the fire ends. We'll put the creature back on there. He's getting lower, and he's a ghostly figure at this point. All right, that's the end of the round. Top of the order. So the orcs again phase out and become ghostly-like creatures, and this ball-like tentacle creature becomes solid. He gets to go.
How far off the ground is he now?
He's now about 10 feet off the ground.
Is there any way I can do like a skill check or something to see what this thing might be?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Well, there goes it for me. Nat 20, please be good. All right, 16.
16. You haven't seen this creature before, but you're putting it together with this kind of creature, with what's been happening around you. You are pretty sure there is some Shadowfell influence happening here.
Okay, cool. Do I know if it seems undead or not? And that's mostly what I was looking for.
Does not seem undead.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so it's going to make 2 attacks on Korbog. That's not going to be any good. 16 and 15 does not hit. So
That's
Korbog
right.
is
It
missed.
does not hit.
Dang it. And then the 2 tentacles also come out over to the side and attack Bryn.
Up on the rock?
Yepper, they rise up out of the ground and attack you. Does a 19 hit?
That hits.
So take 10 points of damage. And this tentacle, as it appears, smacks you and then disappears again.
Ow.
And Kaylor, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I see the where's my mouse? Can I see the rune that's here for the last one?
You can.
Okay. Can I hunter's mark it?
Cannot. Creatures only.
Do I see a spider on the rune?
Nice try.
There's still a rune under the fire too, right?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yes.
We've got 2 left.
I'm gonna take 2 shots on the rune.
Okay.
16.
Hit.
And oh yeah, that's okay. So let's see. Ooh, 8, 16, 20, 24 points of damage.
Okay.
Wow.
So you shoot that rune twice. It splits in half as well, and now the creature is all the way down on the ground.
There you go, Korbog.
In addition, before your turn is over, a portal appears behind you.
What?
Behind me?
Behind you and the queen. Kind of put it right.
All right, I know it's a season finale now, but come on.
This magical portal appears. Swirling colors.
It's help.
I'm going to use my movement and shove the queen into the portal.
What?
I knew it, you son of...
Oh, wait a second. Am I technically in between him and the queen right now?
No, I'm on the other
you
side.
are on the other
I'm
side.
sorry. I thought that was him right here.
I knew it.
The Raven Queen and the Shadakai will get
I knew you were Shatterkai.
in one way or another. And as I run into the portal to follow the queen, I'm going to do bonus action fog cloud, second level, right in the middle of the group, and just do a 40-foot radius fog cloud.
Yes, Luca.
Would I see this as an aggressive action?
You can take an opportunity attack if you want. Yes.
Okay. I am really hoping this works.
Come on, Luca.
Use that inspiration. Use that inspiration.
Yes,
inspiration.
inspiration.
Thank you, Emperor. I have not used a single one.
There goes the.
Someone give that girl some inspiration.
There goes the F-bomb on
I
our
have
show.
inspiration to give.
Sorry.
Can she take my inspiration?
She used hers. She used hers and missed.
Can she have mine?
Dang
Can we give
it.
them all of them?
So Kaylor, finish your. What do you say now?
I said what I said, and I rushed in, and I just kind of laughed, and I cast fog cloud.
Oh,
for
right,
different
fog cloud.
radius.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
in the middle of the group, so
the
the
fog
entire
cloud
area.
drops down in the middle of the group, and as Kaylor laughs and walks through the portal closes behind him.
You know,
And the queen is gone.
And the queen.
Wait,
Yeah.
and Art, and I do want to preface that he did not make a strength check to grab the queen. This is a double standard. There was no fight against from the
Yeah,
queen.
the magical
Also-
queen.
Yeah, that was a lot of. I understand it was by
completely
surprise, but we have to
by
play by
surprise.
the rules on your side
Wait.
as well, Art.
How do we know? Wait a minute. How do we know the queen isn't in on this whole stinking thing, and we're set up now?
I
And,
literally told you guys what was going to happen when, as soon as I came on this stream, I said,
Bryn, it's
I
your
don't trust
turn.
that guy. All right, just want to throw it out there.
She didn't fight the whole time either.
Bryn, it's your turn. To be fair, Ember, you think everybody's again. You don't trust anybody.
That is
I think every
accurate.
single yeah.
and it's this very reason why I'm always right.
Well, Dan knew he was a Shatter guy. Calamar didn't know.
Oh, Dan knew. Yes, Dan. Okay, Dan knew.
I suspected with that description of but
I said it before. Just because we drank together does not mean that we are friends. That's
Bryn,
all.
it's your
I'm-
turn.
All right.
I gotta look up fog cloud quick. What does fog cloud do again?
I think it dissipates after 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
it
Are you
Dissipates
sure?
like a fart. That's basically what
basically,
Philo just did.
so basically, anyone that enters the cloud has a DC save of something, or you're poisoned. I don't know what the poison effect is now
No,
because
that's
it's
Stinking
changed
Cloud.
from-
No, that's stinking cloud. That's stinking cloud.
Well,
And
So it's just
technically,
heavily
I think
obscured.
because
it's concentration, and I'm not there anymore, so
Yes.
actually that's moot.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
where I was
Yes,
going.
there you go. Okay.
My bad.
Hey,
It
who
was,
said
it was
that?
for effect. It was for effect.
Hey, Art.
Damn it,
technically,
Chris.
can we got to talk about some stuff real quick. I'm gonna sidebar because I don't appreciate being bamboozled, if you will. So you're telling me that he had 2 full actions to cast a spell and cast a portal and cast the fog and push the queen in without the queen getting a save for strength. That's what
He
you're
entered the
telling me.
portal.
So the fog, the fog cloud was a bonus action, as he said. The portal he had no control over.
Mm. We still didn't address that queen gets the strength check and stuff thing, and then okay.
And Calamar, it's your turn. Oh no, Bryn, your turn. Sorry, Bryn.
Terrible.
You still have some very real creatures to deal with right here.
All right. So the tentacle creature is still a ghost, correct?
Yes,
Mm.
correct. You're on. The orcs are real at the moment.
But didn't it hit me with the tentacle thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was. Oh no, no, you're right. The tentacle creature's alive now, right? Or the physical right now.
Okay. So I will bonus action hide.
Okay, give me a roll.
Oops. So
Nice.
Oh, you are hidden.
well, yeah, either one. Okay, cool.
You are well hidden.
I am well hidden. All right. So advantage. Come on. Sweet. So 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Oof.
19 damage.
Okay, that seems to be
Nice.
doing all of the damage that you expect it to be doing.
And I'll stay up there.
Okay. Sir Calamar.
Well, Korbog, you're not close. I say, kill the big beast, Korbog, and I'll ready an action. So when Korbog goes near, I'll use my bonus action to Commander Strike, so he can smite it.
Okay. Sounds good. Unnamed. What would you like to do?
I'm sitting in a lot of anger right now.
Oh, you can actually roll your
frustration.
damage for your fire. The last bit of fire damage.
Come on, kill the last rune.
Oh,
Just a die
sorry. I'm still learning how to do this. I'm sorry.
15 fire damage.
8. Yeah, that's nice. Or 8. That's good. The last rune goes
Nice.
down.
Last rune's done.
Last rune is
Mm.
down. So you do notice that once that last rune goes down, the creature had like this hardened looking armor on it, and that armor has dissipated. Now the runes are not there to protect him.
Cool. All right, this is what I want to do. So all the ball bearings, all 500 of them, are like in this area.
Yep.
So you guys cannot cross this area right now. So what I'm gonna do is, what do I want to do here? So so what's actually like up and at him right now? Like so what?
The big
so
guy,
is
the tentacle monster.
cool. This is what I want to do. I would like to use my movement to come, I guess, here,
Okay.
if that works. Can I do that?
Yep. Down by the down tree.
Yeah, so my goal is to kind of go around this side. And then I want to throw the ball bearings. Sorry, I'm pointing again. I want to throw the ball bearings, the other 500 in this area.
Okay, amongst
So-
the ghostly orcs.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So when they appear, they're going to be standing on ball bearings that are
Okay.
poisoned. All right. And then I'm going to hide, kind of
Okay. Give
like
me a
where
hide
I'm
check.
at. 15.
15. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Luca.
Okay, I am now obviously seeing that the queen's gone and we've been betrayed. Rude. I'm gonna
But you got
join.
her crown.
I do have the crown. Oh
Yeah.
man, and I'm in her dress, and I'm gonna ruin everything. I'm gonna come up here.
Maybe the
and
queen
I'm
didn't
gonna...
disappear.
And we're her pals.
I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna take a strike at this guy with my quarterstaff. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start using my actual dice. 12.
Your staff goes right
Oh, wait,
through
no,
the
I think it's
ghostly
a-
creature.
Dang it. Oh, okay, that makes
You know what?
sense.
Have my inspiration.
Goes right through
Oh, well,
the ghostly
it's
creature.
ghostly.
Oh,
I would hold on to that for now.
Remember, there's ball bearings on the
Um,
ground.
Don't move across
Will
this
not move.
area. because-
Yeah, I won't.
So I was trying to create a barrier between these two rocks for you guys, so no one would come that way. So if you want, you could probably come
Understood.
around here and do that.
Yeah. How much movement did I already use? Moving
Used
up
only
to...
about 15 feet.
Okay, sweet. I got another 25 feet of movement I can use. Ooh. Can I try to jump onto that?
You could.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
I would like to do that.
Give me an athletics check.
Yay, Vorpal, don't hate me.
There you go. Okay, so you managed to
Yay,
leap
okay.
over the barrier of poisoned bearings and leap onto the rock down there.
Yeah.
And you can continue
And
moving if you'd like.
There are also ball bearings all right
in here. Okay, I'm gonna stay up here for now.
Okay.
Although considering I have partners that are down here that maybe didn't know about what just happened, I'm going to scream out, Kaylor betrayed us. Unamid was right. The queen's gone. I don't know what's happening, and I'll maintain up there.
Okay. Korbog, your turn.
okay. So
Korbog.
as soon as you get over, you can use
right.
a reaction to get an attack courtesy of me.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
This creature is still solid right now.
Yes, he's fleshy and.
So I step up.
Whack
And
the fleshy thing.
I will use the command
Okay.
from Calamar.
By the way, Dan, don't you add your
Oh
die?
yeah.
Thought it was to damage.
Yeah, to damage.
Yes.
7 to damage, by the way.
21.
That's a hit.
I smite it.
Of course you do.
Because that's what I do.
Nice.
And what do you do extra? What do you do extra damage against? Fiends, undead. Or is that it?
Fiends and undead. I'm not sure. Well, it's radiant damage, but I do 1 extra die of damage against fiends and undead. Yeah.
Okay, so it's neither one of those things. Okay, that's what I wanted to check.
Thanks for nothing.
It looks like it's probably an aberration. Pretty much all ball tentacle monsters are
so
aberrations.
alone, I did 24.
Oh, just
Plus 7.
Plus 7, so 31. Okay.
Yep.
Woo. Smack.
Nice.
All right.
And that was
Solid
your
strike.
reaction.
And now I take my attack.
Okay, go ahead.
It still got advantage, so let's go for that.
Stupid commander strike. OP.
19.
That's a hit.
Unfortunately for me, I don't have any more smite at the moment.
Smiteless.
All right.
But it can have 12 more damage.
Okay. Takes another hit. Tentacle ball monster. Is that it?
Wait. No, that's. Oh yeah, that has to be it. Never mind.
Oh, were you
I was
counting?
gonna do.
Were you counting your enmity on him?
Well, that gives me advantage on attack rolls.
Okay. Did you count that? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure. I noticed because of our status marker that you had it. So. Okay, you are at the end of the round. So top of the round. So the tentacle monster phases out. The orcs all phase back in and have to start making some saving throws.
Sure do.
1, 2,
And
3,
also,
4,
they
5.
have to make a saving throw as well to make sure that they don't get pruned from the ball bearing.
Yep. That's what I'm doing first. So 8 saving throw. Do you know what the roll is, Ember?
I don't know. It just said I just used ball bearings for the
Okay,
ball bearings.
got
The
it.
save for the poison is 13.
Okay. Okay, so 4 of the regular orcs, the not too special looking guys in the back, 4 in the middle there, all slip on the ball bearings and fall down when they phase back in. And that's gonna be unfortunate for them. So 3 of them are paralyzed.
Nice.
So let's do some here. I have paralyzed tokens. Boo boo boo.
They're paralyzed
So paralyzed.
and prone.
And 4 of them are also prone. I have prone tokens as well. Yep. So the 4 in the middle. That's good. The band across the middle. So all 4 are prone as they've fallen down, and 3 of them also became paralyzed. All right. So the other ones. Let's see. The one that is up on Sir Calamar will take a swat at him. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. The 2 in the middle by the dancing lights will jump up on the rock and go after Luca.
Okay.
Am I right next to you? No, you're up there. All right.
Nope. I moved.
Had to jump
Luca,
up.
you are hit once with a.
Okie
Well,
dokie.
I assume a 25 hits. So take.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I'm on the wrong creature. Hang on. Maybe it's not a 25. It's only a 22, so it still hits though. Take 9 points of slashing damage and 2 points of necrotic damage
Okay.
as these things cut into you. And now you feel as well as does Korbog. Or actually, no, Korbog doesn't. He's not in melee with any of them. That there's this. You feel this drain, like this weakness on you from their, they're being near them. The 2 in the back, the 2 larger orcs with the fancy looking orcs back there. One of them turns towards Korbog and casts a spell. And actually, it's going to hit 3 people. So Korbog, Luca, and Sir Calamar, give me charisma saving throws.
Yeah, I'm good at those.
I'm not.
Okay, Luca.
Let's see.
Okay.
Done. And
Not that good.
come on.
17.
You're good, Chris?
Here's
7.
mine.
13 is what you got, Calamar?
Plus 2, so 15.
And then Chris, you got a 7.
Yep.
Okay. The paladin is baned.
No.
Oh.
That on him. As Bane drops over you.
Your weak spirituality cannot stop me.
I was almost hoping it was going to be the same status token as what's on the big bad right there. I felt like that would be proper.
Yeah,
That's pretty good, wasn't it?
little karma.
Double F'd.
That's right, double F. The other one in the back that has the other big orc with like the white on him. Yeah, that one there. He actually turns and looks right at Bryn, and he casts a spell. And a flash of light streaks out of his hands. And Bryn does a 20 hit? Yes, it does.
Yes.
Bryn takes
27.5 damage.
27.5 damage. 14 points of radiant damage. And he has a dim light glowing around him as if a guiding bolt has just struck him.
Mm.
Ouch.
Do I have an advantage one? I'll just remember. I don't want to search for it right this minute. So that's them. Top of the order is Kalor, who's gone, and Bryn.
Damned be his name.
Damn,
So
Kalor.
I'm gonna return a little magic with a little magic of my own, and I will cast Fairy Fire right in the middle of the whole group of baddies.
Oh, that looks like it's going to get about 6 of them. Ooh, that's unfortunate. What's the save?
Deck save
Dexterity. And what is it?
9.
No.
I
Yeah.
swear that's what D&D Beyond says.
Because it's from being a drow. He doesn't get a great bonus to it. It's 'cause
Wait, but 8 plus proficiency plus your
No,
modifier.
not for the drow. It's the inherent drow
Ew.
ability. It's not good.
Oh, the drows suck. I mean, not you, Brent.
Hey!
On brand.
I feel like there's just going to be some massive movement after this, like give Drow a chance.
Give
like,
drow a chance. Drow lives matter.
Yeah.
Like,
They do.
you know,
Here you
And
can
then-
get one of the orcs and one of the big orcs have been fairy fired. 2 of them failed.
The
One of
paralyzed ones can't succeed.
Oh, that's true. Actually, you're right.
Oh, good
Good answer.
Korbog, nice.
Good answer, Korbog. So the paralyzed ones are all fairy
Somebody knows how
fired,
to play this game.
and then one of the other ones as well. So good thing I got extra fairy fire rings on me.
So all attack rolls are
at
with advantage.
We're stacking up the condition tokens.
oh my gosh, what's next, guys? I have more poison on me. We can totally see where this goes. Let's see how many, like, it could be like, what is that game? Jenga. We can just stack it up. It's just, we'll see what happens.
Okay, Bryn, what else you doing? Was that your action?
That is my action. I will bonus action hide.
Okay, go ahead and give me a hide roll. With disadvantage, by the way, because you are glowing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I find the darkest spot in the whole forest and just go,
What the fudge? Okay, so Bryn still manages to hide, even though he's glowing, like behind the rock, so you can't see the glow. Sir Calamar, it is your turn.
Well, I'm looking at that jump over there. You know what? I did 2 commander strikes already. I have 2 more left. You know, we need to get that big guy gone.
he's a ghost right now.
Oh, he's a ghost. That's right. That's right. So, you know what? Let me spread the love around a little bit. Bryn, commander strike, take a shot, get your sneak attack damage on one of these stinking fairy fired orcs.
All right, perfect. So I'll go ahead and shoot the one that hit me with the that I
Guiding
already
bolt.
shot before.
Yep.
So that's with advantage, right?
Correct, because he's fairy fired.
All right, sweet.
Plus
so
you're hitting, so it's double.
24 to hit.
24 is a hit.
Boo. 9 plus 5, 14.
14 damage. He's still standing.
Nope, sorry. Don't click angry.
That was the
Don't
same
click
thing. Dang.
Don't drive angry. Okay, so you do 14
That's
points
the
of
only
damage.
way
Now.
to drive.
Oh, he has to make a concentration check, which he makes.
Oh, sorry.
Click angry.
Let's all roll.
So he makes his concentration check to maintain the guiding bolt. Next is going to be Unnamed.
All right, guys. What we got here? We got some orcs. All right. So, how do I want to play this? All right. So, I would like to come out of hiding. Can I do range attack for sneak attack or no?
Yes. As long
Okay,
as long as you have advantage on the roll, or one of your allies is in melee combat, you can do sneak attack damage. So if you shoot at one of the fairy fire guys, you'll have advantage, and therefore you can do your sneak attack.
Cool. All right. So I'm aiming for this
Micro?
guy.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw my daggers at him.
Yep.
I keep looking for my dice that I don't have here, by the way. That's what I'm looking for. So
you guys do notice that she kind of like a dagger like appears in her hands. That's from the bracer, and she throws it. A forced dagger, so to speak.
I get 2.
Right.
So here's advantage.
That's
first
gonna be
one,
a hit.
and then click the wrong button. Sorry. Second one.
Gonna be a hit.
Cool. And I think these are just 1d4. This is how often I use daggers, guys.
Yeah, they are one die 4, but you do get your dex bonus and on both of them, and you do get your sneak attack on one of them.
Okay, so sneak attack is 2d6. I'm assuming, correct?
Yep.
So we're gonna add some of these. We're gonna add some of these. This is gonna be just a chaotic situation on
Beautiful.
here, guys. It's gonna be amazing. We're just souping this up. We're gonna take that off. Where'd the d4s go? So 2d4s, 2d6.
And then add your dex bonus.
Choo. Come on, big roll, big roll, big roll.
11 damage plus your dex bonus of what?
4, but do I get that for each dagger?
Yes.
All right, so that's +8.
Okay. All right. So, and I will make the. And it failed both of them. So the guiding bolt is no longer glowing on Dan, or I'm sorry, Bryn.
So yeah, and then I would like to kind of use my movement.
Yep.
To come. I'm trying to come around the backside here to hide.
Okay. Yep. You can get around the backside of there and give me a hide check with your bonus action, right?
Yep. Did I kill that guy with 19 points of damage?
You
by
did
chance?
not.
You
did not.
Oh.
You can't just kill the big bad guys in one hit.
Well, I like to do that.
Like 60 at this point.
24.
All right.
To hide.
Yep, gotcha. Luca, it's your turn.
Perfect.
So
okay,
Luca, being in this aura around this orc, you're feeling a little weaker than normal. Your let's see, those are that's the slow. So you're within the slow aura. So you lose 10 feet of your movement.
Okay, that's fine. I gotta be making that up. I want to try to take. Can I try to take my quarterstaff and I want to hit this guy, like not a normal swing, but actually kind of jab at him, try to make him lose his balance to fall off this rock.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Do you want to try an actual push maneuver or just an attack? Because if you push, you can actually push him off.
Oh yeah.
Baseball whack him in the face.
Luca, if you can turn him, if you turn him over here, the ball bearings are right there too. And he has to make another save. Ha.
I assume I would probably have to take an attack because that'd be more of like a sweeping action at that point rather than a straight push, right? Given the direction change.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, or you're. I mean, if you want, if that's what you want to try and do, you could probably get the one on your right instead and push him.
Oh.
He'd be
Okay,
easier to
understood.
push.
Actually, I will try that one then.
That one there,
so
yeah. That would be easier to push if
yes.
that's what you're trying to do.
Yes, that was my goal. So yeah, I'll take that action against him. Am I just doing a straight attack roll
Yeah.
for
So
that?
I believe it is. I'm trying to remember now. Is a push or it's called a
I don't
shove,
remember.
right?
Yep,
Shove.
shove.
It's an action.
It's an action.
Yes, it is.
It's a special melee attack to shove a creature, to knock it prone, or push it away. So it is an attack action. So you can make an attack action.
Okay, perfect.
Come on.
Oh, dang it.
Now, do you want my
Okay,
inspiration?
that's not gonna. If
Yep.
you're willing to let me have it,
Of course I am.
you're the best. I
Well,
will try again then.
Say that loudly and often.
Oh no.
Come on.
And that's just my unarmed strike then.
Yep. But
so
don't
it'd
forget
be-
you have a +1 staff.
Yeah, so that's gonna be so +5 to what was it? 9, so 14.
14. That is a hit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The new
Yay.
balance. The new balance on that staff makes it just enough. You can
Thank
slide her to the edge of the rock. Yeah, near him. Oh, you can put her near him on that side of the rock. For her, yeah,
Nice.
right there. And then okay, so now you need to make a contested. You need to make a strength athletics check. And he needs to make and it's a contested with him. Well, that wasn't good.
Vorpal.
That wasn't
Oh
good.
no.
What'd you get?
Contested strength. I don't know my strength. Oh no, 9.
Well, I got a 7. So you shove him off.
I'm so
him
strong.
5 feet. Yeah, well, I rolled a 5, so I didn't do so hot there. So you shove him off into the
Ball bearings.
And he fails his paralyzed save, so he is paralyzed.
And I am going to use my bonus action to spend a key point for
That's
Flurry of
synergy.
Blows.
Okay.
And I want to try to, so Flurry of Blows, I automatically get the benefit of a disengage action, and my speed increases by 10 feet.
Okay,
until
so be back to normal.
the end of my round. So I get back to normal. I would like to try about how much of this area is covered by ball bearings. Would I be able to jump over here?
You could jump over.
Okay.
You could jump over there, but you may have to make a saving throw versus the ball bearings.
Okay.
You'd have to make it here, like pretty much
over near. Oh god.
It's either here, back here.
You can make it. It's just a dex save.
Here,
you're fine.
Or
a dex save
over here.
Yeah.
I'm actually willing to try that then.
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead. Give me an athletics check.
You have to make 2.
Wait, athletics? You said it was dex.
No, to jump over the stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Sorry. +1, so 7.
Okay, so you managed to jump
You can
over.
have my inspiration.
You can. There you go.
Give me inspiration.
Korbog is inspiring you. Go ahead and roll.
Thank you. Is it going to be worse?
Oh no!
So you managed to get enough of a distance to get just past those two. So you land basically in melee combat with the two in the front that are paralyzed, who can't do anything about it. And now give me a dexterity saving throw. Versus the
dex save.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you leap.
Now you have to make a DC save.
All right, hold on. You can have my inspiration.
Oh my god.
Come on. What the? Seriously, Mike. Look
What
at the
is
algorithm on the
happening?
dice, man. This is ridiculous. We just burned all our
I have not rolled. I think I've rolled once above it into double digits.
So now make a con save versus the paralyzed. Versus the poison. Yes! This is the greatest day ever.
I love.
Put this on her.
You're cut off.
Okay, so Luca in her dress and crown leap off the rock over the orcs, land on one ball bearing, which gets her right in the heel of her foot, and she is paralyzed.
Dang it. I wasted a key point.
Greatest day ever.
Okay, well that's it for me.
Round 2.
Korbog, your turn. Greatest day ever.
Oh my god.
That was so horrid.
I'm gonna move to here.
That was some of the worst rolling sequences
can.
I've ever seen.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I can't see your pointer, Chris, for some reason. Who can see Chris's pointer and show me where it is?
That's it.
I
Yeah,
can.
It's right here.
He's
Right
right
there.
here.
Okay, right there. Gotcha.
I'm assuming I can move through the ghostly creature
Yes, you most certainly can.
or around it.
Yep, you can go right through it.
And I laugh as I march over there and restore 20 hit points to myself.
Okay. That's it for you with this turn?
That's it for me this turn.
Okay. Top of the order. The orcs phase out and the monster phases back in. And the monster is standing right next to Korbog. What do you know? It's going to tentacle bite Korbog.
Tentacle bite sounds awesome.
Or attempt to anyway. It may not with what I just rolled. 15's a miss. Yeah, that's same roll. 17's a miss.
Yes.
20 or 19's a hit, right?
Just barely.
Okay, so it hits you with a tentacle for 10 points of damage, and you are grappled.
I live for being grappled.
Grappled is the best. Grappled right here. Bam. More chest and trove status markers for everybody. I think this has got to be the most chest and trove status markers I've had on a field at one time. This is amazing. Like everybody's got like 2 and 3 markers on them. This is awesome.
I say, you haven't trapped me. You're trapped with me.
And then Bryn, it's your turn.
All right, so I'll take a shot at Big Gooey with
Okay.
advantage. Right?
Big gooey. Good.
I got a nat 20
Oh,
Yeah.
woohoo! Critical hit
on my critical dice.
and your critical dice.
Big dice
There you
bag.
go.
All right, so sweet. So that's
Probably not going to be good for this creature.
seven plus the base damage, which is 18. So 25 plus 5 is 30.
Nice.
Okay. So the arrow flies, hits the ball creature right in the middle, and kills it.
Ah ha ha ha.
We were hugging.
Yeah, yeah.
You are no longer grappled.
You're no longer grappled. That is correct. Take that status mark. You are still baned though.
That's right. That was from the one of the mage orcs. Yep.
So, and with that, the orcs never come back into existence, and they eventually fade away completely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would like to grab a napkin and start gathering as many unused ball bearings as possible. Let me know when I need to roll for that.
I am so bummed, you guys. I mean, I'm not bummed, but it's funny. You guys did actually manage to catch on to the rune thing pretty darn quick, because that creature had like legendary actions and stuff, which it was tied to the runes. So if you hadn't broken a rune right off the bat, it was going to be using legendary actions on you.
Sir, I've been playing D&D, and I started in 2nd edition, where runes, that's the very first thing I'll go for every time.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do anything in 2nd edition if you had a rune there, so you got to destroy the rune, man. Just saying.
Of course, the funny thing is, when my wife Julie and I designed this encounter, she had all this other stuff she wanted you guys to have to do to get rid of the runes. I said, well, we have to give them hit points because they're just going to try and smash them.
Yep.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So Luca, do you have that gigantic bag of gold that happens to be a bag with extra volume in it?
It is a bag of holding.
And the
I
crown.
do still have that on me.
And a golden
Yes.
crown.
She doesn't have
Which
any
we probably
gold
have to
left.
give
back.
She gave out all the gold when she
Oh.
went through the hive, but she does have a bag of holding out.
A bag of holding.
Yes. So let's
Boom.
let's hold here as season 5 or season 1 wraps up, and we'll do the giveaway.
Hey, Art.
Yes.
Just let me if I can just I have got to dash, but I just want to say thank you so much for having me and for Vorpal Board for hosting this and for the other players for putting up with my shenanigans, and I look forward to a second season.
It's
So
a blast. Thank you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'd hate to
All right.
run as well, but I do have to go
Okay.
as well because I'm in someone else's office. But
All
thank
right.
you guys as well. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
building a
We'll
crazy
do our
Later, guys.
giveaways
schedule.
and
Thanks for playing
No,
solo.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
you
Thanks for
avoid
Bastard,
it.
we're
betraying us,
coming for you.
Chris.
No, thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Kaylor. Even though we hate, but bye guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys for season 2.
See you, Amber.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
and our raffle winner for the Hero Forge gift card of $100 is Thunder Speaks.
Woo!
Yay!
Thunder Speak.
Which sounds a
Congrats.
lot.
Congrats.
Which sounds a lot like a werewolf character from Mind's Eye Theater or something. Thunder Speaks. And then now we're gonna start for those that are still watching. Let's do the Bang raffle, and we'll give away the book, the digital copy of the Eberron book on D&D Beyond. So Bang raffle. If you give you guys a couple minutes to reply to that.
I can take the time. Thank you, Vorpal Board and Art, for having me on.
Chris, thanks. Thanks for showing up and being my
Yeah,
bad guy for
thanks,
me.
Chris.
Chris. Oh my God.
Again, because now my players, they definitely didn't trust me before. This was not my idea.
Right.
This was
No.
not.
Oh
This
my
was
gosh.
not his idea.
There was no collaboration.
I don't trust you.
Actually, for those
at
watching, the
all.
funny thing was Thad wanted Chris to be the big bad guy for this episode, and I said to him, I said, no, I can't do that because then he misses like the first half of the episode. That wouldn't be fair. Chris would just be sitting around the whole time. So I came up with this idea instead. So really, it's Thad's fault. Just if you guys want to know.
Of course.
Thanks,
Thad's
Thad.
fault.
Yep.
Dad.
There goes
But it
my
was
cat.
fun playing with you guys. I don't know if I'll
Yes.
come back.
Oh, you'll be back.
Oh,
We
you'll
need
be
to kill
back. You can certainly come back. Here's an overall look of the table of all the monster
That's a
fight
sweet
trees
build.
and
Super sweet build.
all the build we did, and my dog's head over there in the corner.
Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy.
It'll be great if you come back because then the episode will start with roll initiative.
Yeah. Instantly see you.
You know, coming off my episode on Monday, when it was essentially half the episode was PvP. Oh, Bree was part of that.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh my
enjoyed
God,
it,
you.
actually. It was kind of fun to have PvP going on.
Nice. And I
It
think,
was
are we ready for the
intense.
giveaway? Okay, couple more minutes left for on the giveaway for those who want to bang raffle, so we can give that away.
So, Art, what do we have in store for season 2?
Ah,
You want
well,
to give away some beans?
we'll have to see. The party's going to have to handle the fact that they've gone out into the woods with the queen, and now she's missing.
Yeah, great.
I say we just retire.
Yeah, let's go find a bar.
Chris is giving up. It's gonna look even worse when you go back to town with her crown and bag and dress, and not the queen herself.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Does
Who
anybody
says
have a
that's not the queen?
Anybody have a disguise?
Did Luca's bracelet shut off once we killed
Oh yeah, good
the
question.
big
Yes.
squishy?
Oh, actually, yes. Darn it, I forgot about it. Every time the orcs came in, I should have done damage to you. I think I only missed it once.
Huh?
But yes, the bracelet stopped once the big guy went away, and the overall dread feeling went away as well.
Cool.
So we're all by ourselves in the woods.
Yep.
Okay, two more minutes on the raffle, people, and then we'll give that away. So yeah, Chris, definitely thank you, sir, for showing up and playing with us. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Yes.
Can't wait to meet most of you guys in GaryCon.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
anybody watching, Chris, Thad, myself, Luca are all going, and Dan, who's
Dan.
not here at that moment,
Yes.
are all going to be at GaryCon in a few weeks. playing some games, hanging out. If you're watching and you're there, feel free to come say hi. We'd like to see some people and say hi.
Awesome.
And season 2, episode 1, we've got penciled in for the 18th.
Correct. 2 weeks from
2 weeks from
today.
today.
Oh, right
And-
before you're leaving.
Right before GaryCon. Yep.
Brave man. I took that day off. I'm in flying that day.
I wanted to take
And
the
then,
day off, and Thad beat me, so I didn't have the choice. I have to.
Yep. He wanted to. I'm like, dude. And can we talk about our guests for that one? Do you think, Art?
Let's hold for a minute. Yeah, let's hold on that one. We do have a
Okay.
guest. We do have a guest for next
Ooh.
episode.
And it is not Chris.
That's not
me.
Chris.
But
So therefore, it
speaking
won't
of
be a
that,
bad
I'm
guy.
gonna get going though, guys. But
All
thank
right,
you all
Chris.
for having me.
Bye,
I'm
Chris.
sorry I betrayed you. Can't wait till I fight you guys again.
Yes, dude. Bye.
Chris, take
Bye.
care. All right, I think we're ready. We're good. Okay, Bang Raffle's done. We're gonna do our winner here, and our winner is drum roll. Diesel 94.
Diesel.
All right,
Woo!
congrats, Diesel. We'll get in touch with us and we'll get that figured out. We'll get you your code for that. James is gonna send you a whisper so you get the code so you can get your free Eberron book from the D&D Beyond folks. They've been nice and generous. And that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Season 1 is wrapped. We'll be back in 2 weeks with season number 2. Thanks
Woo.
to everybody.
Yay.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
folks.
Bye.
Bye.